Can you stay category?
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
can you
2 cents. Hello to my blue friends. Get another spinning and they call it revolution. Loose lips. Better than a new tits. Glass make her think it's ruthless. Deuces. 2 cents.
This is going to be a really bad allergy year already. I'm already woke up sneezing my ass off. Nose is all stuffed up. Asthma.
It's already affecting your intro.
I know, right? Listen to me. Horrible. Ugh. Man. So what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? What's up, Labs? Ravendy, Section 15, Gary, Randy, everyone. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the link in for anyone that wants to come on up. Because I really got nothing planned for today. I just want to do a little lot. So how are you doing, Taco?
I'm doing all right. I was just finishing my ice cream.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Eating ice cream.
I know. I just wanted some ice cream.
What kind?
Vanilla. It was just like a scoop.
Okay. Ice cream at 10 in the morning. Jeez. At least it's over 70 degrees outside, right?
It's like 30.
Oh my God, you're crazy.
I think what we're all trying to say is
Lab, we can hear your TV.
Oh, fuck.
How's it going, Lab?
Fine. Trying to. For some reason, my phone and iPad came unsynced.
Oh no.
So now I'm trying to figure that out. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Lab. Hi,
Gary.
Kenny.
Hi,
Taco.
Taco.
Hi, Gary. Hi, Lab.
Get some airborne. It's heavy vitamin C. I would do a lot of during this time of year. I usually do a lot of that. It's like vitamin C. It's like extra emergency. I usually do that in emergency. Usually helps. Yeah, usually I just have to suffer through it. Like pretty soon, like in a month or so, I'm going to develop this persistent cough that I'm going to have to fucking live off of halls for a while. And yeah, it gets pretty bad. And it started early this year, which really sucks. It's going to be pretty annoying. Oh, the joys of being me.
Do you want me to start playing a violin?
If you could, that would be awesome.
You can't hear mine?
Must be too small.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Preston? What's up, Hornet? What's up, Spooner? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll be all right. This is my little sob fest. I figure I'd give you guys a little sob fest for a little bit. Yeah.
Is this why you went live? So that
I went live to bitch and complain and whine. Yeah, pretty much.
You just wanted the sympathy.
I just wanted the sympathy. And Spooner gave me validation with the sympathy. So there we go. Even though you bastards. You're supposed
now
to be my
that he
friend.
has a sympathy, he's like, all right, bye, everyone.
Right? I feel better. Time to go watch some Netflix and chill.
Time to watch some Love Island.
No,
definitely not watching Love Island. I actually haven't picked it up since I last set it back down. And I'm better. I'm a better person because of it, Taco. I'm a better person because of it.
No one's a better person.
Hey, Karen. How are you doing? So I guess should we watch the Omaha arrest video? I guess.
sure.
Is it up? Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
You got arrested?
I actually haven't seen it. I
You
guess it
got
was
arrested
last week.
again?
No, I think it was the last week with the last arrest.
Oh.
I tell you, he's trying for Auditor of the Year.
He must be. He damn near won it last year.
I think
know.
he's trying for most arrests in a year.
All right, so which one is it? Is it the 5150 you're being investigated, or Army Reserve Base, or out of jail? Here we go. Arrested. Okay, I got it.
I was
Oh
gonna
wow,
say,
it's a really long one. It's a really long one.
yeah.
We're not going to watch the whole fucking thing. Let's just watch the good shit.
Watch the funny part. Because there is no good part. There's a funny part.
Does it show him being arrested? Because I'm not seeing anything.
Yes.
Every one of his ought to be getting arrested.
Well, it's got to be at the end, right? You'd think.
Yeah. We can't see anything, Kenny.
I know.
We don't see anything.
I know.
Make sure you click the share audio.
I'm finding this spot and then I'm gonna share it. Jeez.
I'm just saying, half the time we can't hear it.
Little rookie. She did one live stream, all of a sudden she thinks she's a pro.
I think it went pretty well.
I think it did too.
No, it did. It went well.
Yeah, I thought it did.
All right, here we go. Let's start from here. Sorry for my sniffles.
Yep. I need to get you some Zyrtec.
Yeah, I do. All right. Wait, hold on. I don't think I hit the audio button.
See?
Hey, at least I caught it this time.
Kevin.
Hey, at least I caught it.
Yeah, Kevin.
So should I give some background?
Yeah.
So basically, he was filming the parking lot of I want to say it was like a courthouse. It was some government, complex type thing, and he was filming basically their private parking lot.
Like employees parking.
Yeah. And filming the cars, the inside of the cars, etc.
Normal shit.
Yeah. Someone caught him and wasn't too happy, called 911. And he thought he saw the cops one time and quickly like ran to the like grass. He's like, "Oh crap." It like runs to the curb.
Dumbass.
And I think that's where we're at now.
Yeah, it looks like the cops are just about to approach him. So
It was pretty much a game of if he can make it to the curb, then he's like in the no tag zone or whatever it was, like when you were a kid.
Right.
Yeah, home base.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see if he makes it.
So I guess this lady is calling the cops and saying that I allegedly did something to her car. All I did was take pictures, so they said the police are coming. So I don't know. I mean, just can't be bothered with some people, you know. I hope she ain't gonna lie on me. That would suck. But guys, that's just the way you look at it. I'm keeping my distance right now. I don't know what's going on over here. I'm gonna keep my distance because I don't know what's going on over here. I don't know if it's oh shit, almost fell in the hole. Huh? Yeah, they really gotta do something about that. Yeah.
Or maybe watch where you're walking.
Yeah.
That's a thought.
Something you didn't do. I'm like, oh no.
Okay, now all we're doing is watching where we're walking.
Yeah. Well, he learned. Let's give him some credit. He learned.
Okay.
Now he's taking lessons from Sancho.
Yep.
Well, I was thinking it was a Kenny video.
Ha ha ha.
No, I've been live streaming this entire thing. I ain't worried about it.
Fucking Vlad.
Hey, Vlad.
So yeah, this is when he comes back thinking it's safe.
Because the cops didn't show up in 2 minutes, so naturally they're just not coming, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's legit.
Or the car he thought he was paranoid about was not a cop car.
Oh shit, they're here. Really? Oh shit.
Now he's trying to get back to the zone. He's running. That that just makes you look a lot more suspect doing what you're doing right now, buddy.
Well, that just shows he knows
Yeah, what he's doing
he's
wrong.
not doing right. Yeah. What you cooking, Gary?
Chili.
Ooh.
Okay, so they had their lights on, and now he's like trying to walk away from them.
Yeah. Which you don't
Matter,
do.
matter of fact, I just got done with it.
Yep, that's true, Cheeky.
Well, you know you can't eat it till tomorrow.
No, I might have it tonight.
You gotta put it in the fridge
Yeah.
and let it sit.
Don't touch me. Back off.
What?
Back off.
What's going on?
None of your business. Stop walking up on me, man. Stop.
Stop.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me, dude.
What's in your back pocket?
None of your business. Don't worry about what's in my back pocket. Stop walking up on me.
See, when the cops show up, you're backing up like you're doing. You're acting the way you're acting aggressively. Even if you're not doing something wrong, they're going to think there's something wrong going on. This is just exasperating the situation, making you look a lot worse than maybe you. Obviously he's not doing anything illegal here. He's doing stupid shit, but nothing illegal. And they're treating it like he's doing something wrong because he's acting like it.
And he puts that gimbal handle in his back pocket to make it look like he has a gun in his back pocket.
Yeah, it's just like it's ridiculous. He's gonna get, man. I'm afraid this guy's gonna get shot, and to me it's not if, it's when. Just like with me, it was when that Steve Irwin's gonna get killed by some fucking animal. It wasn't if, it was when. The way he was going, let's go take a closer look. You knew that something was gonna happen to that dude. Like you knew already. Like, nah, he's testing fates right there, and Floyd's testing the fates as well.
Yeah, at least Irwin knew what he was going up against.
True.
I don't know what you're doing.
Don't touch me. I won't allow you to touch me. Stop walking up on me, man.
Stop.
I'm in the same area. I ain't going nowhere. I just don't like you walking up on me, bro.
What is in your back pocket?
None of your business.
Don't grab it.
Why not?
Because he'll
It'll
shoot
be
you.
a bad day for you.
Told you not to. It looks like a handle to a gun.
It looks like a handle to what?
A gun.
Well, that's the problem. Don't touch me, bro. Don't touch me, dude. Don't touch me. I'm telling you not to touch me.
Do you say
bro.
that was
My
your
hands are up.
problem?
If you tase me,
I don't know. Let me see.
don't touch me.
In your pocket. What's in your pocket?
Back off.
What?
Back off.
What's going on?
None of your business. Stop walking up on me, man. Stop.
Stop.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me, dude.
What's in your
Don't
back
touch me.
None of your business.
Don't touch
Don't worry
me.
about what's in my back pocket. Stop walking up on me. Don't touch me, bro.
You don't know what you're doing.
Don't touch me. I won't allow you to touch me. Stop walking up on me, man.
Stop.
I'm in the same area. I ain't going nowhere. I just don't like you walking up on me, bro.
What is in your back pocket?
None of your business.
Don't grab it.
Why not?
I told you not to. It looks like a handle to a gun.
It looks like a handle to what?
A gun.
Well, that's the problem. Don't touch me, bro.
No, he said that's the problem.
Don't touch me, dude. Don't touch me. I'm telling you not to touch me, bro. My hands are up.
Up in the air.
If you tase me, don't touch me. Don't touch me. You don't have a right to touch me. Give me my stuff. You're not. Don't put me in handcuffs. Nope. Not allowing you to put me in handcuffs. Not allowing. Nope. What crime are you detained for?
Stop.
What crime are you detained for? What crime am I being detained for? I don't consent to searches or seizures of any property. What's your name, badge number? You have to tell me what crime you're being detained for. Stop touching me, dude. If you're gonna get sued. You're gonna get sued, bro. Stop touching my camera, bro. Stop touching my camera. I don't consent to searches or seizures. Do not touch me. You can touch me, but do not seize my property.
Drop this for a second.
No, why? Why? Why do I drop it? Am I being paid for a crime?
Yeah.
For what crime?
You don't want to listen.
For what crime? You just violated my First Amendment rights.
What are you
That's
doing?
what you just did. You just violated my First Amendment rights. You seized my phone.
I didn't seize your phone.
Let me get my camera. Don't.
What is
Let
your
me get
name?
my camera, bro.
What's your
You
name?
violated my rights. I don't consent to searches or seizures. What crime are you paying for? I'm gonna plead the fifth at this point. I don't consent to searches. I don't consent to searches. Don't get to my phone. You don't get to violate people's rights, dude. What's your name, badge number? What's your name, badge number, bro? What is your name and badge number? None of your business. Don't touch me. Don't seize my property. Don't seize my property. I will resist if you seize my property. For what crime?
What's your name?
I'm being detained for a crime?
What is your name?
I'm being detained for a crime. For what crime? That's not a crime.
Why are you out there taking pictures?
I'm taking pictures. Get the supervisor.
What?
Get the supervisor. Violated my rights, bro.
All right. Well, if you don't want to give us your name, you can go to jail for refusal to identify them.
Get the supervisor before you make any rash decisions.
I don't need a supervisor.
I'm asking for a supervisor.
I don't need a supervisor.
Get to the supervisor.
Why?
Because you violated my
For what? Well, we're just trying to get your name and figure out what you're doing here.
You have to suspect me of a crime. Suspicious activity, is it a misdemeanor or a felony?
Well, concealed weapon.
Yeah.
That's a crime.
Mm-hmm.
And all he had to do is say, no, it's not a weapon. Oh, okay. Well, what is it? Then say, I don't need to tell you. All you need to know is it's not a weapon. And,
Because
there you
we're
go.
just supposed to take
Well, no, I know, but
everybody's word for it.
I know, but I mean, yeah, it's one of those tricky situations.
I wouldn't take his word for it.
Absolutely not.
We're trying to get your name, but you're out here taking pictures of people.
I'm requesting a supervisor. I'm requesting a supervisor.
Stop yelling.
Stop yelling.
What?
If you violate my rights,
For what?
take my phone. See my phone right there?
Your phone's right there.
He says it's because he gets nervous.
Take it out of my hand, though. Okay, so if I go grab it, you're going to try to stop me, right?
You're staying right there. I can if I want to. Don't.
All right, so then there's a video where he gets released from jail. See what he has to say.
Credit, he puts out a lot of videos.
He really does. Yeah, didn't even leave the station already filming.
Hello?
Go
They
well
probably
now.
Oh, look,
did.
Patty's
They
with
seized my
him.
fucking phone, my camera. They seized my gimbal. They seized all my stuff.
Naturally,
They
Patty's with
seized
him.
everything of mine. Don't know why they did. Maybe they're trying to delete the video or something. They're trying to delete it. It ain't gonna be deleted.
This must be a different arrest then.
Yeah. So they seized my property, seized my camera, seized my phone, seized my gimbal, seized my glasses, seized my body cam footage. They seized all that stuff from me. So we're here to talk to the sheriffs and see if we can get it back. So this is what we're going to be here. So we're here to see.
Y'all realize that
if they
pressing
come
that
out and
button
talk
more
to us
than
about
once
this
doesn't
incident.
do anything.
Sure, it does.
It's like the elevator. You press it
It serves
once.
to
and that's
Go
annoy.
ahead and do that.
It serves to annoy.
That's not cool,
Well,
man.
it's
It's
not
one thing
like
to
it's
arrest me because
inside
you're
going
mad
ding
and
dong, ding
angry,
dong, ding dong.
but
well,
it's one thing
damn.
to take my
It's
property.
just buzzing
Got no reason to
once,
take my property.
and that's it.
The only thing I could assume is they're trying to have me not film anymore. That's why they probably took it. They wanted to delete my footage.
Notice how he's focusing on that dog. I think he thinks it's
Yeah.
real.
Skaggy, sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. This wasn't really planned.
Yeah, this is Lake County Sheriff's Office. Please leave your message at the dial tone.
Probably. You knew exactly what I was doing, and you decided to throw me in jail anyways. You're a dumbass. You want this stuff to come back tomorrow? Nah, fuck that. See the nasty comments I got? Well, I'm happy you was in
Yeah, this
jail.
must have been
Yeah,
from
bro,
arrest in
don't-
Texas if Patty's involved.
Let's see, what does the
That's all that
description
matters.
say?
So we're here waiting
Oh
on
no,
these
it was
people to
live
get
stream.
out.
March 25th.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
So no, this is at rest.
It doesn't
Is
say
there
where it
another
was,
sheriff's
though,
department
does it?
around here, or is this the only one?
No.
Hmm.
You think so? No.
Because
Nope.
Patty's down in
Are they open
Texas.
tomorrow?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes, I'll be back
Kenny,
tomorrow.
stop
Hold
it
on.
for a second.
on,
Patty had released one I think it was live this morning, but he was complaining about these people they were complaining to him to quit shining their flashlights on him. He just kept his flashlight right on him. There was just some civilians outside. I was thinking, well, you fucking hypocrite. Or you scream and holler if the policeman get anywhere near you with a flashlight.
Yeah.
And you're doing it to these guys.
Right. Thanks, Izzy. Glad you enjoy the content. Yeah, everyone in the film seems so concerned with the garbage coming out of his mouth, right? What's up, Power Wagon? Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, maybe so Patty came down to help him out, or maybe it's not Patty.
On a down 911. Nah, they probably
It sounded like Patty.
I don't want to do that.
I think actually she first said already.
See, doesn't that sound like Patty?
A little bit.
Unfortunately, they seized our property, seized my phone, seized my glasses, seized my body cam, seized my camera equipment. They seized my money
maybe
too.
not.
Yeah, so apparently, I'm apparently fucking. I gotta wait for that shit to come in the mail. Oh, 7 to 10 days. What kind of shit is that? Yeah, they didn't even get to me on a car. I'm like, you're gonna get a check in the mail. You seize my money, take my hard-earned money, right? Take my money that I was supposed to get to this lawyer. And you think you want to fucking seize my property? Yeah, you're probably right. I'll be back. Will they open tomorrow?
Yeah, over on Saturday, Monday.
Well, we'll hit them in the morning, man. All right, guys. So I'm gonna tell you what happened before we leave. So I want you to know what happened. I'll plan on it. So I was filming, and you know I do my constitutional protected activity, and they came in. Sergeant had an attitude already, walking up to me, disrespectful. You've seen the video. The live stream private it, but I'm pretty sure they probably download the video anyways. Unfortunately, I will not be able to get my money back until at least 7 to 10
Yes,
days.
Spooner.
It's raining
That
out
is
here
PayPal,
too,
Patty.
but that has nothing to do with when we come back. So we'll be back here tomorrow early in the morning.
Not to be
We're gonna get my
confused with
property,
Cash
bro.
App Greggy.
Like you seized my property for what? For what? Why did you unlawfully seize my property? Well, we might have some evidence. Oh, okay. Well, we ain't got a fucking case, you dumbass. You guys are fucking stupid. You guys are fucking stupid. You know why you really did it? You wanted to eat it. Oh, I'm chilling, man. The cops ain't out here. Yeah,
I've been waiting for 6 months for my money. I just talked to them. They just told me to call commissary tomorrow. They gave me a little thing, say call, but that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, because if it took you 6 months, it's going to take him 6 years.
No,
That's not Patty. I don't know who the fuck that is.
no, I don't know.
I'll be talking to a judge about it. That's the only thing you can do is talk to the judge about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well, man. Get that shit.
Get this shit resolved.
Yeah, talk to the judge about it, man. That's what I plan on doing. That's fucking bullshit, bro. They take you to jail, seize your money in Lake County. They give you a fucking check. They give you a check. They give you a check, right? they give you a check. They don't want to give you your money back. But they'll take your money and then you gotta wait 7 to 10 days to get your money back. So now I'm fucking broke because they took my fucking money. That's fucking bullshit, bro.
Maybe don't get arrested with a lot of money on you. Maybe when you go out and do your audits, don't carry a shitload of money. Maybe. Just thought.
Bro.
Or like it's so eloquently put, like Mrs. J says, don't break the law, asshole.
Well, we'll be back tomorrow and we'll resolve it tomorrow. That's fucking bullshit, man.
Oh, there it is, right there.
It is what it is.
I like it.
So that's what they did. They seized my money. Well, they didn't seize it. They sent me a check in the mail. So I won't be getting anything back. I guess I got to call. Hold on. Hold on. Before we leave, let me sure I got
apparently
this,
they give you a check.
Commissary number. That's fucking bullshit, man. So they take my money, right? They seize all my shit. So here's the receipt for the bond. Was I
He's creepy.
For me, I appreciate you, man.
Jeez.
So pretty much, he posted the money and we got out. But the money that was in my books, can't get that back. Oh, you know you gotta wait 7 to 10 days. And this is something I take months to get my shit. Why does it take months to get my money back? This shit, if you can see my
He
money,
looks like he's sick of hearing Omaha talk, though.
You can
already
get it back to me when we're fucking done.
He's looking like they didn't give us money. That means he's stuck at my place again. Fuck. God damn it. I was hoping for peace and quiet tonight.
But that's all right. We'll go ahead and we will go ahead. Go ahead and turn off your light. Turn off your light. I'm gonna give them any fucking reason to pull us over, because they will. God knows what they'll do. They'll make an excuse to
wow.
do it. Give me more content.
We were confused because there's a light on inside the car, and you guys are kind of looking for stuff. We don't know what's going. What the cops are going to do that? Get the fuck out of here,
Indiana, it is against the law to drive with your dumb light on.
Is it?
Yeah, because it causes a reflection in the window, so it's a vision impairment.
That's kind of ridiculous, but okay.
So it would be PC.
Okay, fair enough, but that's kind of ridiculous if you ask me.
Probable cause, not what is it called?
I don't know what the PC you're talking. I don't know what that stands for, but I know
Probable
it means.
Cause.
Yeah.
It probably would be. They're like the sheriff right now following. They got the sheriff right there. We can stay live.
Hey, Jarhead.
We'll stay live. Make his ass sit in the rain or something. Nah. Is that a sheriff? No, somebody. That's a regular ass car. Yeah, that's another undercover car. So yeah, they took my money. That's what they do. They take from you. That's what they do. They take your money. Oh, whoa, you try to bait us, nigga. If you knew what I was doing, then why even take me to jail? You're a dumbass.
So
still breaking the law.
He just admitted to baiting the cops, pretty much. I mean, if you
Yes.
do what I'm doing, well, that's just admitting to baiting them. So whenever he comes in and says, next time he comes up and he talks about, we're going to bring that up. And he just admitted to baiting. Of course, he'll probably say, no, that's not what I was saying. No.
That's not what I meant.
Right? Exactly. So when you say, yeah, whatever.
That's the problem. So I didn't. I mean, it says what it is, man.
He tried to backtrack, but then he stopped.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard about 51, 50 That's fucking bullshit. I heard about that. I got the message. I'm done for a while.
Ooh, we'll watch that next.
Yeah, I posted my own bond, so I mean, I'll pay your money back. I'll pay it back after this live. We'll go to.
That is the one thing about Omaha. If he's able to post his own bonds, he will give the money back to people that donate. Unlike Joshy or anyone else.
The gas station and get it out for you. That's fucking bullshit, man. they take your money. They
No,
take
thank
my
you.
phone. I don't
Thank
know
you
why
for
you
having
taking
me
my
on,
phone
guys.
for.
That was a lot of fun.
Why they take my phone?
So you can't do more audits.
That's probably what it is. Yeah.
All right, so there we go. I'm tired of listening to him about, spin his own narrative. So now we're gonna check out another auditor was arrested.
What I don't understand is if he's got a warrant in Indiana, how they all get released when they have active warrants in other states.
That's a good question.
Yeah. You got a lot of Shelly there.
I was fucking going through to find. I was gonna do a video, but then I decided not to.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Likely story.
Whatever.
Kenny and
Where
Shelley.
is it? Hell no.
We could have hooked that up when she was in California, Kenny.
No.
Was that her OnlyFans page?
All right, let's see.
And why are we here?
Nice,
First
nice
Amendment rights
field.
and all. On a really muggy day.
Hi there.
All I said yesterday on Cruise that he paid $2,500 for the laptop he begged money for. It's a good laptop, decent laptop. I only paid
A lady in a white van came and told
$600 for
me
mine.
that I'm on their property and that I had to leave. And I said, no, thank you. And she said, the sheriff will be here in a minute. Hey, Steele. That's that white car with that lady in it.
He took my money.
I don't know. Billy, she just said she did. Hello. No, thank you. I'm just getting some pictures. How are you today?
Can't be on the property taking pictures, man.
I'm on public property. Several feet back it is, but this is public property right here. No. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Hi, if you don't mind, please put
I
that
do.
down.
I do.
Well, you're not allowed to record.
See that this is where I have an issue right here. She obviously doesn't want to be on camera. She's trying to put her hand out, and she's like going up and above to get her. Come on now. No
Yeah.
point in that. That's just ridiculous.
Get away from me.
If you
Then
don't.
get away. Get away from me. Get away from me. You don't
I'm
like
sorry.
it? Get away.
Childish. Super childish right now.
This is our property.
Don't like it? Get away from me.
I never say how far you go back.
No.
I don't even know who Throckmorton is, guys. Is that a Wrangler? It looks like a Wrangler. Oh no, that's just some weird car. Never mind, that's not a Wrangler. It's small. I'll go ahead and put the link up for anyone who wants to come on up. I try and pin it to the top. No, I can't. My phone's dead. The auditor was
Hey.
childish.
It's illegal to park in the road.
All right, so a whole lot of nothing happens for a while until.
Man, that's weird. Hey, you're obstructing some traffic, man.
I got lights.
Yeah, you do.
If I want. You have an ID?
For what?
Obviously got a tow on you. What are you doing out here?
I'm taking pictures.
Why?
And then they came bothering me.
Why?
Wanted to. Can I get your name and badge number?
Well, when we get done, I'll give it to you. No problem.
I'm just taking pictures.
You have a license with you?
Why would you want that?
Oh, I have right ID. I'm here on call, man.
Did I commit a crime? Did I commit a crime?
Say you did.
Then why would you want my ID?
You own that property right there? Huh? Do you own this?
And she's real quiet now. She was all up and like, hey, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? As soon as he mentioned something that she is doing wrong, all of a sudden she the fuck.
Yep.
And this is the moment when she realized.
I do not. You live your first place, I'll get your plate. Ma'am, I have a right to get your plate too. This is not your property. Seriously, why make this?
Why are you bothering me? Why?
They called.
That's their problem. I'm taking pictures of that property, and I'm standing on public property, bothering no one, and it's not a crime. It's a First Amendment right, and I can exercise it if I want to.
Okay, it's a crime for you to park your car.
Hello.
Really?
You own this property.
Oh, what a morning, eh?
I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here because I got called. We get off in 25
That's
minutes.
their problem if I'm not committing a crime.
You are now.
Really?
He just told you, yeah, you're parked over on private property.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times do you have to tell you?
7.
Seriously. You don't. I think whatever your issue is with them, that's fine. That's
I don't have an issue with them. I was taking
Cop's
pictures.
got some great looking hair. I wish I had that
Oh,
again.
that flow is sweet.
I remember having hair.
Same as like many pictures in a row.
That's fine.
Yeah. It is fine. So this isn't necessary.
I mean,
maybe you should let them know what's public property and that anybody can take pictures and video anywhere on public property of anything that they can see from public view. Period.
No.
And there's nothing else about it because that's a.
No.
Hold on, guys. I want to be able to hear what they're saying.
I wasn't.
Did I say you were?
I said I wasn't. I can talk without you asking me a question. Yeah.
But you don't own this property. So you need to go. Got something. You have a Blank business card.
All right, so let's move on. Another cop car shows up. All right, here we go.
Well, now to start counting the cops.
Now, this next cop that's going to show up he's not taking any kind of bullshit, as you can imagine.
I want to see a taser.
No, you won't. Well, there's like, why is the sound? Is the sound really low for anyone?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay? You're failing to identify.
Oh, too far, too far.
Hold
Yeah.
Come on, you can't just jump into the money shot. I need some workup.
on. I know.
A little bit of finesse there, Kenny.
Yeah, that's what she tends to say.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
How are you doing?
You have permission to be on this property.
Can I get your name and badge?
Oh, you can. I need your ID, please. Do you have your ID?
Crime?
Do you have your ID? I need to see your ID. Are you refusing
Did I
to
commit
ID
a crime?
yourself?
Did I commit a crime?
You're failing to ID
Did
yourself.
I commit a crime?
You are failing to ID yourself.
Did I commit a crime?
She's going to party like it's 1999.
You're being detained because you're failing to ID yourself. I asked for your ID. Are you refusing to ID yourself?
Did I commit a crime?
Are you refusing to ID yourself?
Did I commit a crime?
Yes, you did. Failing to ID yourself.
Did I commit a crime?
Failing to ID yourself. Okay?
That's a secondary charge. Did I commit a crime?
Yes, you did. You're trespassing. Do you have permission to be on this property?
Crickets.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So, no problem. You're failing to ID yourself? No problem.
It was at that moment she
So
knew
you're
she
gonna
was
ID yourself?
screwed.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
So we can do this.
Yeah.
You're failing
George
to ID
Lucas is
yourself.
going to look for her to do some camera work.
All right, so no, well, they put the camera down because she's being detained right now. All right, so some funny conversation happens. So let's listen to what they're saying.
I'm requesting you to ID yourself. You're not doing it.
Did I commit a crime?
Yes, you did. You're trespassing. This is not your property or anything of the case. You do not have permission to be on this property.
Whose property?
Yours. Yes,
Whose is it?
I'll tell you that. Okay, this is not your property. Okay, so you want to do it this way? This way we'll do it. Okay. You're going to be arrested for failing to identify you. Okay. We're here. We got a complaint. You're not on public property or
I was
private
on
property.
public property. I walked over here because he
Is
walked
this
over
private
here.
property?
I walked over here with him.
Car,
I walked over here with
Let's not worry about the fact that your car was already there. I walked over here with him. That's the only reason I'm on here now. But your property is on this private property as well because that's your car. And she covers up the license plate so they couldn't get her license plate number. Because she knows she's in the wrong, you know? If you're an auditor, why the fuck are you going to park so goddamn close to the spot you're trying to audit anyway? What kind of dumb sense does that make? God,
I think you
Even-
answered your own question there.
right? Jesus, there's no sense whatsoever.
I was on
Even
public
Fat Glen
property.
Park's far away.
I know, right?
Is your car on
Public property. I was on public property, and they called you.
No problem.
I walked over here with him.
Okay, you got arrested because you failed to identify yourself. You're
For what
required by
crime?
law.
What was I arrested
Trespassing.
for? What was I arrested for? What,
Trespassing.
well,
You have to
what
ID.
property owner called you and said to trespass her?
Man, do you own this property?
Do
just
you?
can't come in.
Do you?
And a click on a computer, we
Okay.
can find out who owns it. I
I
guarantee
can
it's
do.
not going to be you.
Did
No
a property owner call and say, have this woman off my
No
property?
problem.
Did you? Did that happen?
I told you what's going on. I asked you to identify yourself before we even touched that. You failed to identify yourself.
I didn't commit a crime.
You're as far as
I didn't
wanted.
commit a crime.
You're wanted.
I'm wanted.
You're wanted.
For what?
How do I know? You won't tell me your name.
Talking.
No, right there, that cop, that was just stupid for him to say. I mean, you're wanted. You're wanted. You're wanted. I need to see your ID because you're wanted. Maybe you're wanted. It's like, well, then that would give you carte blanche to look at anyone's ID with that kind of thinking, right? That's just, he's a little too gung-ho. I like his style, but he's a little bit too gung-ho. You know, especially with that kind of statements like that. That might get one day.
He's just giving it to her back.
Yeah, true. No, I agree. Yeah.
About.
You have warrants because you're not telling me who you are, so I'm assuming you're wanted.
Insane. That's insane
Okay.
logic. That's insane.
No problem.
I don't have to drive to commit a crime.
What's your driver's license?
Where's your driver's
What's
license?
your car? I have to inventory and I need ID you.
Your car's getting towed and everything else. This way you want to do it?
I didn't commit a crime.
You failed to identify yourself.
I didn't commit a crime.
You failed to
I did
identify
you.
yourself.
I did not do anything wrong.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Great.
All right.
All right. So she did an update.
Of course.
So let's see what her update has to say.
Oh, good.
Hey, everybody. I wanted to give an update on what happened. I was arrested for critical infrastructure facility trespass, which is a level 6 felony. Criminal trespass
So on or about March 25th, 2021, blah, 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 when in the real property of poet, girlfriend knowingly or intentionally entered the real property of a critical. So, critical infrastructure facility trespass. I don't think she was ever on the poet's property.
Well, here's the question. Did she do her research and determine where the easements are?
She was on the property when she parked.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's the second one. The charge here is the place she was auditing. The first part is poet. That was a spot she was auditing. The second count is for the parking. Because Jack Reiner and Beatrice Reiner entered the real property of an agricultural operation to an agricultural operation owned by Jack Reiner and Beatrice Reiner without the consent of the owners of the agricultural operation or an authorized person, all of which is contrary to the form of the statute. All right, so they got her with 2 counts. I don't think this first count is going to stick because there's no real proof that she was on the property. Unless, I guess, if they get out the property lines, and can prove it otherwise, I don't think that first count's going to stick. The second count probably will stick. But this first count,
Well,
I don't think it's going to stick at all.
Don't you think that he probably checked the property lines before he charged her with this, considering they went and found out who owned that private property?
They might have. It's true. They might have. It might stick. It might not stick. We'll see. I think the second count will definitely stick. All right, so let's see what he has to go ahead.
You ready? Yeah. Oh, is it 11? Switched.
All right, so continue.
Demeanor.
Okay. Well, I got to take off, guys.
Count 3.
But I'll try to come back in a little bit.
All right.
Okay,
So they're
Rolando.
also getting her
Thank
for
you.
refusal
Right.
Refusal to identify. Okay. Yeah. She's really A-okay with just
refusal
doxing
to
herself,
ID,
isn't she?
and also obstructing the roadway. This was in Shelbyville, Indiana, and that is in Shelby County, who actually made the
Didn't
arrest.
Omaha got an arrest in Indiana too, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Omaha gets arrested a lot in Indiana.
And Josh, his last arrest was not his last arrest was in Indiana too. Go
Yes.
figure.
Yep.
Indiana just ain't playing with the auditors.
Nope.
If you guys want to go to a place that doesn't give a shit about auditors, Indiana, that's the place for you guys to go.
Was taken to their jail. The next day, I went to court and I got a $7,500
Right,
bond.
cheeky.
And Indy News on the Street and Navy Nuke Audits, they came and picked me up. And I was so grateful for that. They drove a long way, and it was so.
Because the name Indy Streets News on the Streets, and the fact that she was in Indiana, he probably traveled 9,000 miles to get to her. So long, right? That makes perfect sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice of them. News Now Preston, Nashville. He's a new cop watcher auditor in Nashville.
A new idiot.
When he saw that I was getting arrested on the live stream, he tried to get the word out to let people know. So
that she was trespassed because she was trespassing and parked on a different side of private property. Yeah, okay.
People could help me.
Yeah.
And I really want to thank him for that. And I know San Joaquin
He was in
put a
Lake
video
County.
out bringing attention to this guy that made the arrest and his past. I think it was his San Joaquin News Network channel, that one that he did it on. And let me see what else. My court date is in mid-May, I think.
That's not too bad.
Anyway, I got out yesterday afternoon. And let me see what the date is. Okay, the arrest was on the 25th. Late afternoon on the 26th of March is when I got out. And I got home last night and was able to sleep in my own bed and hug the babies and pet the cats and stuff. Anyway, I'm so glad to be home.
Cat's probably looking at you. Why is my owner such a fucking idiot?
Yeah. The cat's like, we didn't miss you.
Right? You're back? Damn. We're hoping this is going to be the day.
Thank everybody, for their support.
Okay,
Again,
I'm done with this.
Yeah, that's enough. All right.
I'm done with this. Don't break the fucking law, idiot.
So what do you guys what do you guys think? Taco, what'd you think? Was it a legit arrest in your opinion?
Oh yeah, legit arrest. She was parked in the private property, and she had to walk in the private property. And I don't know about the other one exactly, but you know what? They got her on something.
Yeah. 3 charges. I think maybe 2 will stick. I don't think the first one will stick. Like Kiki Muggy said, it depends on if she set foot on the property. But the only way they can really prove that is if there's a camera that shows her, because her camera doesn't prove she was on their property at all. So that's gonna be a tough one to get to stick. But the other 2, easy. I mean, the officer walked right over to her car. I mean, it's done. Open and shut case right there. All right, Taco.
Bye, Taco.
Lavender, what'd you think? What'd you think, Lav?
Well, okay, so unless she was Chris Angel and somehow parked her car there and then never touched the ground to get over there to film, she walked on that property.
Yes. Maybe she's Christina Angel. Christina Angel. There we go.
And she probably should have left when that police officer told her to before the
Yeah.
deputy got there.
Oh yeah. The first guy was willing to just let bygones be bygones. Like, just leave. We're good.
Yeah, just
He-
leave. This isn't
Yeah,
work. Bye.
he's like, I'm about to be off in 25 minutes. I really don't need the paperwork. Just
Yeah.
leave.
Exactly. But instead, she thinks she knows something. So she just sits there and spews word vomit all over the deputy for no reason but to land her ass in jail.
Absolutely. Gary, what you think?
What kind of place was she photographing anyway?
A refinery.
Oh, was it? Okay.
An
A
oil refinery?
biorefinery. A biorefinery.
Oh, okay. Nah, she's trespassing. I was hoping that they would just call the tow truck and say, "Okay, ma'am, you can go on your way now."
That would have been great. We're gonna tow your truck now because you're on private property. Now, I'm curious if there were no trespassing signs on that enclosure. You think there would have been, the enclosure that was like right next to them. I didn't see any, but then again, I couldn't really see all around it, so I don't know.
That enclosure is a water station, pumping station.
Ah.
She parked in the driveway that goes into the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she wasn't in the enclosure.
No.
She was next to it.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Greg, what'd you think, sir? Well, you're just getting in, so maybe you didn't see the video.
I'm afraid I got just at the very end there, so I really couldn't comment.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, what about you guys in chat? What did you guys think? Was it a legit arrest? Give me a 1 if you think it was a legit arrest. Give me a 2 if you think it was not legit. What's up, No Name? So what did you think of the video, No Name? Do you think it was a legit arrest or no?
I saw about 75% of it. If the car was parked illegally, the car gets a ticket. You don't need a person, right?
But in order to give the ticket, they need. I mean, if she's present, they're going to get her ID to put her information on said ticket, right?
Wait, so if I'm walking down the street and there's a car parked illegally, they're gonna want my ID for a ticket?
If you're right there, why not? Right?
If it's your car, yeah.
It's her. It
How
was
do
her
they
car.
know it's my car?
Because they walked her over there and showed her that it was her car.
Oh, well, no, I'm
She
just being
claimed
devil's advocate here, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, she was there and she refused the ID. So yeah, because they were going to cite her for the infraction, and they probably would have just wrote her a ticket and then told her to move on if she would have ID'd, and it would have been like that, But she pushed the issue. She ended up getting arrested.
Well, he gave her the opportunity to just leave.
He did.
Wait, no, can I see if I got the facts straight here? The car was parked illegally, right?
Yeah, it was on private property.
The car needed a ticket. She was standing on public land at that point, right?
No, all right, listen. What happened was the cops got called because she was filming public, which she was entitled to do that, right? The cop showed up, noticed her car on the other side, said, "That's your car? You're parked on private property." And he walked her over there, and she was, being quiet, saying, not saying, realized it was her car or whatever. She started covering the license plate. That gives the cop reason to think that that's her car. And so the cop was going to let her go. She was arguing. So the other deputy showed up. He asked her for her ID to trespass her and to give her a ticket. She refused. She was then put in cuffs.
Wait, by covering the license plate, do you mean sitting on the trunk?
No, she put like her purse or something over it.
Doesn't matter. He can still get it off the bin, and there's so many places he can ID that car.
Well, she claimed it, so there's no reason to.
Yeah, I mean it's her car.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that it's her car.
The car gets the ticket.
But if she's there, they're gonna give her a trespass notice too, Plus, they're going to put her information on the car.
Was she
She's
actually
there.
trespassing?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not her
Oh,
property.
okay. Well, that's an entirely different matter. This is why I ask these questions, okay?
Yep.
We are seeking understanding.
Yeah, that's the reason they wanted to get the information, the license plate, so they can get her information, but she was covering that up. So then the second deputy showed up, just asked for ID, said, "Let me get your ID." She refused to, and whenever they told her what crime she was committing, she was just shutting up, not saying a damn word. And they got tired of it. They weren't going to sit there and go back and forth until they're like sovereign citizens. They decided, yeah, let's just get this over and done with.
I'm sorry, Albert, in the comments. Vehicles get tickets for parking when they're empty, and it goes to the owner of the car, the license plate.
Yeah, exactly. They get the information from the owner through the license plate, right? But if the license plate is hidden and the owner of the vehicle is there, why not get the information directly from the owner?
Okay, well, if the car was trespassing and she went to block the license plate, then she was trespassing also. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I
Yeah.
asked these questions.
So that's pretty much what happened there. So most of the chat thinks it was everyone put a 1, it looks like. Actually, someone put a 69. That wasn't an option.
Shane.
Okay, Shane.
Obviously, very, very guilty.
Very guilty.
Not to point anybody out, Shane.
My car has 4 warrants out for its arrest. All right, MJ, you might want to tell your car
That's
to
hilarious.
tell your car to turn itself in. My car did 4 years in a state penitentiary. Glad. All right,
Wait,
so
how many cars do they take and impound with very flimsy reasons?
sometimes they do, but this one isn't flimsy at all.
Oh, wait,
Like you
no.
said,
See, that's why I tuned in to get the clarification. Thank you.
All right,
I'm
so
on your
let's.
side here.
Oh, I know. All right, so let's look at another one. I don't know. I haven't. Trying to think what other good ones are there. Are there any more arrests that happened that maybe I forgot about?
I can't think right now.
Yeah, I don't think there are any other ones.
Ooh, wait, no, I saw a good one. It used to be Think Like a Cop. Hey, you can't say that, Rick. Now it's called Good Luck America. He's also got Think Like a Horse channel. Well, no, Rick is really nice because he is a police officer that did lots of training, like combat training, how to actually use your weapon and not spray and pray, and how not to get in the fatal funnel. And he analyzes a lot of videos, and he's, I would say, fair. Because sometimes he rails on the cops for doing stupid things like all 4 of them lining up on a single stairway, approaching a guy that has supposedly shot his roommate in the leg a couple times. No.
You don't.
No, you don't all line up.
No, I mean shooting your mate in the leg.
The guy actually shot bunches of them, but he didn't get any shots at all. Even though, I don't know, they shot off, I don't know, over 20 rounds maybe? I mean, they didn't hit at all.
So I have a video here. All right, so what would you guys say if I told you I have proof that a sovereign citizen didn't get a ticket while driving without a license, would argue their way out of it, and they're taking that as a fiction?
I have no idea what you just said.
He said a sovereign citizen argued his way out of a ticket.
Right here, right to travel, victory. Study this. Now, normally when you see these, usually they pull away right when they're supposed to get away, right? This is a little different. Maybe some people have seen this. I'm sure people have already seen this before, but I'm sure some people haven't. So I thought I saw it for the first time the other day. So I thought I'd show you guys and get your guys' thoughts on this.
Video, please. Let me just start my video, please.
Video?
Yeah, I'm just going to record this interaction.
Okay. I need your license and registration.
What makes you believe that I need that to travel from point A to point B?
If you have no license on your vehicle, sir.
Would you like to see my paperwork?
Yes, I would. I asked for it 2 seconds ago.
That's not what I have for you, sir.
Okay.
I have here the definitions from the Motor Vehicle Code. I have the Supreme Court decisions and everything you need here to understand that I don't need a license, registration, or any documentation to travel from point A to point B. It is a right that has been preserved by the Supreme Court and the law of the land.
Okay. Sir, in order to drive in Colorado, you need to have license.
It's not driving. The definition says right there, sir, driving is doing commerce where you're employed on the road.
ID?
I don't need to present ID unless I'm in the commission of a crime, sir. I have not committed any crime.
You violated traffic law in the state of Colorado.
The definitions are right there, sir. If you'd like to go to court, we can handle it.
I need your ID, okay? I need your license, insurance, registration. You're operating a motor vehicle.
Did you even look at my paperwork at all?
Sir, I'm looking at your paperwork.
Did you read the definitions? The Motor Vehicle Code definition is in there. It says driving is doing commerce on the roadway. I am not doing commerce. I am not employed. If you could please get a supervisor out here, I'd appreciate it, sir.
Okay, do me a favor and then turn the car off then. I'll get a supervisor out here for you.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere, sir.
Okay, can you just turn the car off for me then?
Am I obligated to turn my car off? I'm not intending to go anywhere. I'd like to handle this matter and settle it right now. I have no reason to leave. Why would I do that?
Okay. I'm getting another unit out here for your request.
Sure.
Okay. All I ask is to see your license, insurance, registration.
I'm telling you that I don't have such.
I don't, and if I remember correctly, I don't think another unit even shows up.
Because I'm not required to by law. It's been upheld. It's been upheld by the.
In the state of Colorado, you're required to have a license, insurance, registration.
It's federally been upheld.
Motor vehicle on state roads.
The definition is right there from the Motor Vehicle Code. Driving is defined as doing commerce on the roadway employed by somebody. I am not employed to do commerce on the roadway. I am traveling in my private property from point A to point B, which, as it says in there, is my right to do so, upheld many times in the Supreme Court. Sure, no problem, bud.
Okay, can I ask a little point of interest here, man?
Just got stopped by.
Sure.
Okay, even if he is traveling from point A to point B, how does it get back to point A?
Then they're also using a really old definition of driving and all that good stuff. If they bother to look up at a updated version of Law's Dictionary, that little issue that they like to claim has been fixed.
You can go from point A to point B, but you cannot go from point B to back to point A.
By one of the officers here, so I am recording. Yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. Gave him my paperwork, and yeah.
All right, let's
rights given to me in this. Sir, there's no circuitous route here. I'm telling you.
Can you at least tell me your first and last name and date of birth?
I don't believe that I'm obligated to give you any of that information unless I'm in the commission of a crime. If I'm wrong, please produce the law for me. I'm entitled to see the law if that's the law. This is nothing personal. I have no issue with you. I'm simply trying to abide by the law of the land and by the Motor Vehicle Code and by all the rights given to me in this country.
I don't know what motor vehicle code you're following, but in the state of Colorado, you need to have a license.
Exactly, Gary.
You can operate a motor vehicle on state roads.
Okay, can I give you the
well, here, they updated it. In the updated version of Law's Dictionary, driver simply means someone who steers and propels a vehicle. They fixed that little issue. But they don't, of course, that doesn't fit their narrative, so they don't, they don't worry about it. Because the world
what's the definition of vehicle now?
Oh, good question. I don't know. Gary, what's the definition of vehicle now? He doesn't have tags. He doesn't have a license. That's why he's being pulled over.
Definitions of that by Black's Law's Dictionary. Operating a motor vehicle is defined
That's
in.
Not the dictionary I follow. Then.
That's what. Then you have a conflict of interest with the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court, which is the highest law of this land, follows Black's Law's Dictionary. So I'm not.
No, they don't.
I almost
No,
spit
I
my root
don't.
beer everywhere.
See? Oh. Oh my God, this dude's a fucking moron.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm sure
This shit
Supreme Court
hurts
gets
my
up every
brain,
morning
man.
Right?
and
Oh, it's
searches
gonna
the internet to
hurt
make any revisions.
if it hurts your brain now,
Oh
it's
my
gonna
God.
hurt your brain so much more by the end of this video.
I just
You're
don't understand how people can be this stupid.
yeah.
I'm not interested in contracting with you or following anything that you follow. Like I said, even in the motor vehicle code, which you guys are following as a corporation, the Supreme Court is beyond that. But let's just take the motor vehicle code. The definition of my understanding of a motor vehicle is a vehicle that is doing commerce on the roadway. It even gives definitions in the code. It says tractor, trailer, bus, or a taxi, right? Taxi driver, bus driver.
So has anyone seen this yet?
No.
No.
Has anyone in chat seen this? I'm surprised no one's covered this yet. This is like 2 or 3 months old. I just found it. I'm surprised. I thought maybe it would all over the place. You guys have everyone's already seen this already. I'm surprised. I'm sure Vance covered it. I couldn't see why he wouldn't.
Like a glass breaking
I am
and
not a
tasting.
driver because I'm not transporting or in the act of trafficking any goods or peoples. I am.
Let me ask you a question. What were you doing right there on Colfax then? Operating the motor vehicle. Would you consider yourself a driver?
No,
of a motor vehicle?
absolutely not. A driver by definition. I understand there's a colloquialism that we don't understand here, or maybe they haven't told us or we don't understand, but the word driving by definition means you must be employed by somebody. So I was not driving. I was traveling in my private.
In an old definition. Old definition. Fucking moron.
Private property from point A to point B, which, like I said, the Supreme Court has upheld many times. I have the right to do so. If I was, let's say, doing Uber or some form of hauling goods or services on the roadways, then yes, the government has a right to know that I can operate the roadway to do that business and then tax me, of course. But I'm not doing such. I'm traveling from point A to point B in property that I purchased privately and legally and lawfully.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What is your name, man? Why do you not want to identify yourself?
I just believe that nothing personal to you. I have had some incidents in the past where any information that I give, as you know, can and will be used against me in a court. And I don't believe that I have any necessity to give any information.
See my name.
Right? But you're required to produce your name because you are a government employee. It actually says I can ask you for 3 forms of ID, which you have to produce. You cannot ask me for. This is by my understanding of you guys' contractual law to uphold the Constitution and even the codes, quote unquote, of the state and the city. My understanding of that is I am not required to provide any of that information unless I'm being charged or some kind of crime is suspected, which I don't believe.
You're being charged for violating traffic code right now.
If you want to bring those charges, that's fine. But when we go to court and they convict me in the local court, I will go to Supreme Court and you will be held accountable and liable for those.
When they convict him, so he already knows he's going to lose in local court. He's going to lose in Supreme Court. You know what? The Supreme Court probably wouldn't even see this.
No.
Like, no, we're not even going to waste our time with this. They wouldn't. They would not waste their time with some trivial shit like this. He probably wouldn't even win in, before he had to get to civil court, he'd have to win a review, and I don't think he'd win the review either because it's case closed. It's simple. You driving without a license, that's just not cool. You don't do that. You lose. There's no argument you can have that's going to get you off of this. Use all the big words you want. Use all the 1957 definitions you want. It ain't going to do you any good.
Those charges, just like a credit card. You cannot bring charges and not be held liable for them because the responsibility and onus is on the person bringing them. So I would hope that you'll be able to prove in a court of law based on case law and everything else that I don't have a right to not operate. See, this is the game. I don't have a right to take my private property from point A to point B, which like I said, the Supreme Court ruling is in that documentation I gave you. All the definitions are there. So I'm not coming from my own manifestation. I'm not coming from something that I want to be true or made up. I've read the definitions. I've gone through the case law. I've looked at the Supreme Court decisions. It's expressly stated in there. The law is expressed, not implied. This is my understanding of it. I'm a man who does no harm, and that's how I live my life.
Well, Shane, unfortunately, he is going to win. You'll see. He shouldn't have, but you'll see.
I live my life by truth and doing no harm. The law of love. You know, I have no issues with you or anybody else, and I'm not in the doing anything wrong at this time. I've caused no loss, injury, or harm to anybody. I'm taking my property from point A to point B.
Do you live in Lakewood, Denver? Where do you live, man?
I would rather not answer any questions, sir.
Okay. Do you live in the state of Colorado?
This cop is way too fucking nice, way too patient. I mean, he's like,
the way that person is wildly gesticulating is a cause for concern, right? I was imitating him. You saw me, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather not answer any questions.
Okay. Well, you're operating
Then stop
a motor
talking.
vehicle.
I'm not operating a motor vehicle. Motor vehicle is defined in the paperwork as a vehicle on the roadways doing commerce. This is not a commercial vehicle.
You're operating a light blue Nissan Maxima with no license plates.
I'm not operating.
You'll
I'm
see,
traveling
Taco.
from point A to point B. Then I guess we have a disagreement in the understanding. I presented you paperwork. You presented me nothing other than your understanding. So my understanding is backed by definition, Supreme Court rulings, and the motor vehicle.
My question is, when he talks about Supreme Court rulings, what Supreme Court rulings is he talking about? I never
right.
They never actual backup cases, and if they do, and anytime they do, they're usually really unrelated to their particular situation.
Oh,
They
no, honey,
cherry pick.
he is pulling shit out of his ass, cherry picking the things he wants from court cases, and it doesn't even relate to the court case he's talking about.
Exactly.
Code.
Like reading Poster 7.
Like reading Poster 7. Exactly.
To be true. So where can we go with this?
Gina.
Statements that
I agree, but you'll see.
Produced in Colorado Revised Statutes.
Can you show them to me?
On traffic law.
Can you show them to me?
I can. I'm gonna go grab the book right now and just open it up and scroll through the pages for you.
Well, I was kind enough to have all my paperwork and things in order, and my understanding here to present to you.
You have not provided me with any proof of insurance, any driver's license, or any proof
Sir,
of registration.
the paperwork that I provided to you makes those things not applicable to me because I am not doing commerce on the roadway. This is
printouts
of the definitions of the words in the motor.
Can we circle back to Poster 7 later? I'm interested to see what you have to say later.
Okay. This is just too funny. I printed up pages from Black's Law Dictionary, and you need to take this verbatim and believe me, not believe your sergeant, your years of training, and all this, and just I'm right, you're wrong. End of story. Let me go.
And we've never heard of Photoshop.
Jesus Christ.
Right?
This
I mean,
guy.
you can print up anything you want.
This guy is a trip. All right, so let's continue and see what else he pulls out of his ass.
Motor Vehicle Code and the Supreme Court ruling. Didn't you swear an oath to uphold the Constitution and the law of the land? The Supreme Court is the highest law in the land. So that one decision that I showed you.
One decision. And how many times have the solid? First of all, how many times have solid sets actually made it all the way to Supreme Court? I'm gonna count 0, more likely.
Eric Brand.
Well, you know, if you watch Steve Leto's thing, he is actually asking somebody to come up with that Supreme Court ruling that they always talk about.
Yeah, they never can.
And he's got $100 bill for the first person who actually has a Supreme Court ruling. Nobody's been able to claim it.
Thumbs up for Steve Leto. I really like him. He's a voice of reason.
Yeah, he's good.
Should be enough for you to either go and look at what I'm presenting again and give a deeper, more detailed look at it, or to understand that we have no interaction right now.
Bedrock versus Flintstone.
There's many Supreme Court cases on file. That is the law we're supposed to follow in this country. We can have disagreements in local court, but these have already been decided upon. The Supreme Court will hear my case as well if you guys bring charges.
No, they won't.
I doubt it.
The Supreme Court will not hear your case, they're not going to waste their fucking time.
No.
Because I will take it there.
They will be bringing charges.
Sir, again.
For violating traffic law in the state of Colorado.
The word violation in law means to cause loss, injury, or harm. It also means to sexually advance on someone when it's unwanted. I did not do any of those things. So, again, we have to get our words and terms in line with the definitions of what we all are agreeing on here is the English language. We cannot use words and...
This guy. I mean, all right, we're going to pause this for a minute. All right, so I just want to get everyone's thoughts, see what do we think? Lav, what are you thinking so far? What?
I think it's word vomit. This dude is obviously weak-minded to be led in this direction in his life, to think that, I'm taking this case there to the Supreme Court. I mean, obviously you need to understand the judicial system in the United States, because it doesn't work like that. You can't just say, I want the Supreme Court on this one, and they go, oh yeah, sure.
Right? It doesn't work that way.
No.
There's a process.
Can anybody relate that Joker's last line? Something about unwanted sexual advances?
He was talking about the definition of, what was it? The definition of violation.
Hey, wasn't that me being a teenager in the 1980s? I mean, come on. If we're going to go into the Me Too culture, I should be racking up hundreds of charges. What the fuck? Those were kids.
So, Gary, what do you think so far, Gary?
I'm not saying it's acceptable. I'm just saying they didn't know better.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Gary?
still okay, and I made them stop.
All right, No Name. I'm asking. I want to get Gary's opinion here. Gary, what do you think?
Safe light repairs, safe light replace.
Yeah, you would hope, wouldn't you? You really would hope.
I'm hoping for it.
Wait a minute. You make sure not to have a cracked windshield, and all of your turn signals and lights are functioning on your car. Is that what you mean? Safe
God
light?
help me.
No, people are hoping that the cops are going to bust a windshield and drag him out of his car.
Yes.
Gregory, what do you think so far?
It always amazes me. I mean, your legal system's, similar to ours, but based on the common law system. You have to have locus standi, standing in court. You can't just take something to the High Court, which is your Supreme Court, and just say, I want this case adjudicated. You've got to prove that you have some standing in the court. And they're just going to find you don't. And it's going to end. And how rich are these dudes? I mean, to get to our Australian High Court, you've got to have some decent money behind you.
Love you, Bex.
It takes a lot of dollars to get to the U.S. Supreme Court, and you have to go through appeals at all the lower levels. Don't think you get to go straight there.
No, that's what he's thinking. He's thinking that's what's going to happen, and it's not. He's an idiot.
You're
Rolando,
in for
what do you
a treat.
think? Rolando, what do you think so far?
One of the things that I noticed, it was just maybe 30 seconds to a minute earlier in the video, where he's, asking the cop, well, here, why don't you just take, my papers and go away and study them and then come back. And it's like, okay, so if you're holding up a bank, all you have to do is, look, I'm doing this for commerce. If you don't believe it, here, read all this. Why don't you go away and then come back, and I'll be waiting here. I'll be waiting here at the bank, if no matter how it turns out. No. No.
Dutch, I don't know if you've been catching what we're watching, but it's a solid video, and they're claiming victory in this video.
I would have broken him out of his car and had him in handcuffs about 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, this cop is being extremely nice. I mean, patient and all of that. It's amazing.
Somebody's been to Best Buy.
What's that?
Somebody's been to Best Buy.
Yes, I have. Has my voice improved?
I didn't have a problem with it before.
Everybody else did.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta say, look, this is my show.
Oh, mind blown. Best Buy is still in business. How can that be? They were so horrible.
All right,
And
so
I
we're
just
gonna
want to tell you,
continue.
Dutch, you are in for a treat today.
Yeah, this
What's
is
that?
I am not going to tell you.
Okay.
It's a surprise.
what? Why was
Oh,
this
Glenn's
surprise? What
on
happened?
here.
No, Glenn's not here.
Okay.
I,
Oh, are
I
you
wish we
gonna
could
make
do
a
that for
Dutch
you.
baby?
Yeah, that would
Are
be
you
awesome. I can do that for
Ooh,
you.
I want to make a Dutch baby today. You throw this pancake thing in your hot cast iron. Mmm, yummy.
All right, so let's continue with the video.
Not agree on the definition. I'm not making up my own definition. The state of Colorado is a whole other discussion. And furthermore, it doesn't even come into this because, like I said, any roadways federally, the people, a man, a woman has a right to use the public roadways to travel from point A to point B. It's been ruled on. You cannot have a government organization who's supposed to work for the people come in to tax the people to use what is the people. That is fraud. You may disagree with me. However,
Now
Is
he
it
does kind of
Soylent
have a point.
Green?
He does have a point there, but at the same time, the people decided they wanted the roadways and they wanted roadways taken care of, and the government, doesn't just print money for the sake of printing money. So there's taxes, and that's why the roadways are safe, well, supposedly safe, and maintained, and why they have laws because they maintain them, so they make the rules for them. It's just that simple.
have the truth, the definitions, the facts, and the case rulings on my side.
No, you
So,
don't.
like I said,
You're an
if you
idiot.
bring charges forth, I expect you to
Wrong.
show up on the day of whatever the proceeding will be, and then I expect you to.
See, he's saying all this, but yet he won't give them the information to get this done and win his court and case because he's so confident of it. He's doing
Rolando
he's
has a
doing
question.
all his power to get out of the ticket because he knows if he goes to court, he's gonna lose.
Rolando has something.
Here is the thing. When they're talking about the right to travel, this goes back to a case back in the 50s, back during the Red Scare, where the State Department was withholding passports from people, not allowing them to leave the country. And the Supreme Court did establish the right to travel and made it mandatory for the State Department to give them their passports. It has absolutely nothing to do with driving. It's you can cherry pick that. I was a paralegal for 18 years. You can cherry pick whatever you want to, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work out when you go to court. So there.
Yeah. All right, so let's continue.
Show up at the Supreme Court proceeding, and we will have a discussion in front of whoever needs to be there about what I have the right to do and not do, since you seem to believe you have a right to stop me and take up my time and take a right off me. We'll have that discussion if that's what you choose to do. I don't believe you should, because I think by conversing with me, you can ascertain that I am an upstanding, intelligent individual who's out here doing no harm, and I have there's really no reason to have any issues with me.
Why is that?
Because, like I said, and we can get into all the thing. I don't know if you're interested in all that, but you see where our country's going, and what we're doing right here is part of the reason why. But I'm glad we're doing this, and I expected this, So it's not really an issue for me. I have to stand on what's true and what's right. I have to stand on my conviction, in my heart, and what the definitions and the understanding tells me. So that's all I'm attempting to do.
I think we might have a misunderstanding upon definitions here.
Again, the Supreme Court, it's been the Supreme Court. So let's say we both didn't understand definitions. Supreme Court has heard all these cases, and the judges have ruled over and over again that the right of if you want, I can search them for you right now.
Here's a question: if it's like that, and Supreme Court has ruled this, then why do the police still give out tickets for people that don't drive with a license? If the Supreme Court ruled it, then obviously it's the law of the land, because it is. They would no longer be able to give tickets, and everyone could drive like that. Why is it only the select few of intelligent people know this and fight it?
Well, he did have one point. Yeah, he'll stand on his convictions because he's certainly going to get convicted.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he keeps talking about the Supreme Court, but it would never make it past appeals.
No, it wouldn't.
I've got one question. What is the minimum education level for a cop in the United States?
60
High
college
school
credits.
graduate, I think. Oh, it's
Sorry?
60? Okay.
60 college credits.
Depends on
Oh,
the
okay.
department.
Yeah. Because
Depends on the
you've
state
got
and
to
the
have at
department.
least a. Sorry?
Depends on the state and the department.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because some of them don't
I
seem real
thought they
bright.
only needed a GED. And then
I
they
got a
go to
bachelor's degree.
academy with the GED. That is general education, whatever, diploma, which means you didn't actually graduated, you just took some tests that were super dumbed down because, oh, we have to make it all equal.
Have you taken
Am
it?
I allowed to say equal? I don't want to get you in trouble, okay? I get to
No, you're
say
fine.
equal.
I don't think you should say that they dumb it down. The
No.
testing for a
Actually-
GED.
I actually got a bachelor's degree.
Yeah. The guy that was supposed to graduate a year ahead of me didn't, and he couldn't read, and he still got his GED. And then he went to Motec. That's like a mechanic school, and he had to drop out because, yeah, he couldn't read. And graduated from my high school.
Are you kidding? There are college graduates who can't read. They just happen to be on the basketball team.
Yeah, that's a bizarre thing about America.
And and the thing about it is that when the schools get called on this, they said, well, these athletes, they serve a utilitarian purpose to the school.
Hey, but can you
Does that
see
mean money?
this great big huge chip on my shoulder right here? Because I went and got my fucking engineering degree in the 80s, okay?
Yeah.
And nowadays they're like, oh, well, no, you shouldn't cook for your husband. That's awful.
All right, guys, we're getting way off topic
Oh,
here. Let's
sorry.
get back to the
Sorry.
video. All right.
The quotes,
Thank
the
you.
right of the people to use the public roadways is an untaxable, uninfringible right. You cannot tax somebody, force them to get registration, force them to get insurance. You cannot force any of that. All interactions in this country are supposed to be voluntary. They're not supposed to be under coercion and duress. Do this or else, and you can't use fear and safety as a reason to take people's rights,
My supervisor's here if you said you wanted to talk to him.
I mean, again, it's more about what you plan on doing, because if you plan on moving forward contractually, then obviously he's going to be the one here to supervise that whole situation, and then he will be on record to go to court as well, being okay with the fact that he supervised you, stopping me, taking my time and my rights, and then telling me that I don't have a right to do what's already been ruled on I have a right to do. That's the only reason I want him here, so that we're all under the same understanding. How you doing, sir?
Good. Hey, I'm Sergeant Valdez. I understand your sovereign stuff and everything and all that. What do you prefer to be?
Yeah, I don't even.
Living man, or how do you?
I don't even like to get into the terms and labels.
No,
I'm just a man.
Yeah, okay.
Just
The
like
living
you
man,
are.
or just a man.
Just a
however
man.
you want it.
Just
I
like
got
you
it.
are a man. You're
Understood.
a man.
What is that one? The man, the corporation, the how does that
entity.
go?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my redneck hat on. As a man, what right do you have to pull over another man?
Get out of the
The
car,
man, the
asshole.
entity, the corporation, the business, and the Teletubby.
And the agent and the settler.
And I'm a man. And my understanding, again, like I told this man, was that I've done my research. I have a conviction in my heart. My mind and my logic aligns with that. Logic, morals, and ethics. This is private property. I purchased it legally and lawfully, and I'm taking it from point A to point B. And the Supreme Court has ruled that I do not need to register, license, or any of that unless I'm doing commerce on the roadways. I handed in the definitions, has all the definitions there. What's in the motor vehicle code and what Black's law says. That
I found I found the hole in his logic. He cannot
The whole thing.
Well, I think so. Okay.
The one in it. With a hole in his head.
Let's go down the field and I'll get a touchdown. Okay, he says that that he cannot be required to register his vehicle or have a driver's license because it's not being used in commerce. And where is he? He's on YouTube trying to do this for clicks. He's in commerce. Sorry, guy. Bye.
No, because he only does this when he is stopped. So I don't think that really. He doesn't drive to do this to get pulled over. So I don't think that would fly really. But it doesn't matter. He's talking about a definition that is from like the 50s. They've since updated the definition, and he's just wrong.
Yeah.
What's the initial stop for?
As doing commerce on the
No number plate.
No driver's license.
No
And
tag.
no plate on the car.
Well, if you
Oh yeah, no
drive with
tags.
no
Yeah, no
tags,
tags.
it's going to say you going out there with a
stated
reason to be
about
pulled
4
over.
times now that this was, that he bought this as his private property and he bought it legally and everything. If it were me, I'd say, well, produce the bill of sale, sir.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there you go.
He doesn't have it.
Give me the
Yep,
title.
he's in a Black's law hole.
Yeah, that's the hole in his argument.
The hole in his head.
I understand. So, sir, just so you know, obviously, we don't recognize that within our municipality.
Hey, can we mute? There's like a lot of background noise going on.
Laws.
It's common law.
And I understand the common law and stuff, but our laws are obviously not in tune with your common law and the way it's practiced. So the court's gonna have to be the one to dispute those. Do you understand the reason he pulled you over? And
Absolutely not.
Why? Okay.
Absolutely
have
not.
you been told why you've been pulled over this afternoon?
He told me his perception, but I don't understand it at all.
Okay. And so we can help you understand the perception of why you're pulled over and what he told you. What did he specifically tell you?
He believes, like a lot of officers believe, that the common law, like you just said, does not apply to them. However, this is not my common law. Common law is the law of the land. It's backed by the Supreme Court and the Constitution.
What is the officer's common law perspective on why the stop was initiated for you?
Oh, I would have no idea because common law is defined as loss, injury, or harm needing to take place in order to move forward. I did not do any of those things. Okay. So his corporate law or legal understanding would be that I am an employee of a corporation. I would assume this is understanding somewhere because, again, motor vehicle means a vehicle doing commerce on the roadway. Driver means someone employed by someone to do commerce on the roadway. The code even describes tractor trailer, taxi driver, or bus driver. That's why we use the term driver. Anybody who's behind this is not a driver. A driver is defined as someone employed to do commerce on the roadway. I am not that. I am a man taking my property from point A to point B.
So what is the reason for the stop? No play. Okay? That's a common thing that we obviously enforce and do with our laws and what we believe in and what we have to do. So the probable cause exists for him, not with you, in your understanding, for him to go ahead and initiate a traffic stop based on the plates.
What is his reason to believe that I'm driving this vehicle?
Well, you're operating the vehicle and driving, and you were observed driving.
I wasn't driving. Driving is
You're behind the wheel, you idiot.
Can you read the paper?
I understand your version of it.
No, that's the definition by Black's Law Dictionary and the Motor Vehicle Code.
We don't follow that.
The Supreme Court does. So then
we're not the Fed. We don't operate under the Supreme Court.
Yeah, but you swore an oath to uphold the law of the land and the Constitution. The Supreme Court is the highest law of the land.
But ours is under a municipality and ours is under the Jefferson County division. So you'd have to go to the Jefferson County for anything. Has he issued you any ticket or done anything?
No, sir.
Well, exactly. So we're in a common state here of just talking about the situation, and that's it. And you're being cordial, and
that's a good thing because we need to have these discussions.
Well, that's it. And so that's what he's discussing.
Sure.
So understanding your beliefs and what you think aren't necessarily ours because we have to practice certain things.
All right. So just real quick, I have my opinion of the supervisor. Lavender, what is your opinion of the supervisor so far?
I don't even know why he's there.
He's stroking them.
Yeah, thinks he's trying to build a rapport, but he's making it worse.
Yeah.
And he should be talking to him in the back of a patrol vehicle.
Yes.
Not
exactly
sitting here playing patty cake.
Absolutely. Gary, what do you think?
It's just turned into a big waste of time for as a supervisor even being there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He keeps stating over and over again the Supreme Court this, Supreme Court that. Well, prove it, man. Where's the case? Where's the case number? Let's hear it.
Absolutely. Gregory, what do you think?
I think you should do what I've seen a few of the supervisors do when they arrive on scene. They just go up and they go, listen to the cop. He's told you to do something. Do it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Rolando, what do you think?
Well, I think he got his books mixed up. I mean, maybe he actually got Black's Slaw Dictionary, which is a bunch of coleslaw recipes. I mean, you know, anytime, I mean, if you want to go back to a 1910 edition of Black's Law Dictionary, great, but it's still not a case precedent.
Right.
Lawyers don't use Black's Law Dictionary unless they're using it to define a particular legal term, but they still have to have case law on their side.
Exactly.
So,
Dutch, what do you think?
Rip him out of the car and put him back in the patrol car now.
Right?
That's the way it's going to end.
I'm disappointed. I thought you'd say throat punch him.
No name, what do you think of the supervisor so far?
Well, they were amazingly patient with this fool. If you think you can drive around without a license plate or temporary in the back of your car, you are Lavender said goober.
Yep.
Right?
All right, so
Goober.
let's continue. So
I
obviously
was saying hello to Goober.
I know, but it was an appropriate word. It fits very well.
So this goes on for another 15 minutes. I would keep going because it's going to upset you guys. I'm just letting you know right now. But it's just, it's amazing. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
You're going to fast forward, right?
No.
and just by the way, for anybody who's watching in the chat, Goober is not a reference to Goober Opinion, which is a totally different thing altogether.
No, Goober Opinion's in chat.
No,
oh, really? Well, see?
Yeah, that's why I was saying hello to him.
Ah, I get you.
Yeah, Goober was a person in chat, but wasn't he also someone that was in Dukes of Hazzard and should now get canceled?
Yeah. Oh, by the
I
way,
don't believe it.
hi, Goober.
I'm sorry.
All right, so let's continue.
There's an understanding there. I hope you know that. Obviously, we pulled you over because we don't have the same understanding of what your understanding is of the law. You understand that? As long as we have a common agreement on that, I'm good. You're going to have your definition of it is. We're going to have what our obligations are.
But what is yours based on?
So ours is based on Colorado revised statutes and traffic codes that we are to enforce. That's what ours is based
The term
on.
trafficking means to take goods from one place to another.
I understand that.
That's why drug trafficking is defined as taking drugs from one place to the other. I'm not trafficking anything. I'm traveling, sir.
Listen, by our standards and our Colorado revised statutes, you are an operator of a vehicle operating a motor vehicle. This is a motor vehicle. And I could sit and I could have coffee with you and I'd love going into this stuff. But I'm just telling you the way it is and how it works for us. And that's what he's trying to tell you is the reason why you were pulled over and all that stuff. And you said, I'm just a man. I appreciate that and stuff like that. If he's asking you for identification, you don't want to give it. I understand why you're not wanting to give it and why you believe that you don't have to give it and stuff. If he were to ask you, what would your name be given by the corporation or the land as far as government is what we see as government, would you have a legal name under that? What would be your false name that you be giving, which would be the government name that we go to that would be given to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you're comfortable in providing that with him,
I would.
Is it just me, or does this supervisor seem to be well versed in SovSit lingo?
Oh, he's got it down pat.
He's probably an instructor at the academy.
I mean, this guy is like versed. It's kind of, I don't know.
But he wants.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather not provide anything.
It said we have to be versed.
Provide any kind of information I'm contracting with. And I would rather not contract with. Again, this first of all, again, we can go back to you guys' rules. Those red and blue lights are not to be pulling people over. Those are emergency lights. They're to be used for people to move over so they can move past. Just by me pulling over, I have submitted to something that I know is incorrect because the purpose of those lights are emergency lights. They're not for pulling people over.
So
I did.
Oh, grow up.
I'm going to cut my wrist.
Thoughts?
I'm seriously thinking about cutting my wrist.
I mean, this is ridiculous, isn't it?
What time, Sir Hershey?
Did so because I understand that in today's day and age, that if I do not do that and I go like this and say, go ahead, which is what it actually tells you should do when a policeman pulls up behind you and the regulation says, oh, roll down your window, pull over, and wave him on. I did not do that because then he'll say, oh, you were trying to. I understand the psychology of how most officers think. I understand.
You complied and you pulled over and stuff.
Because I want this interaction.
Well, that's
I
great.
want
And
the
I-
interaction
and I
one way or the other. We have to get it on record.
Have you interacted like this in a court of law already?
I would rather not
No.
get into that.
Because I wound up in jail.
Oh, that was so funny. He sounds so sure of himself, but when the simple question, so have you done this in court and won before? I don't want to talk about that. So that's a big fat no.
I just got out
I
of
have
jail
a lot
for
of
that.
experience in a courtroom and with the material.
Perfect.
And you've lost every single one of them. He's failing to mention that.
And so with that being said and stuff, I just want you.
No.
But we're not wasting time and being naive on
Sure.
understanding all this stuff. You're an educated man. You understand what your beliefs are. We have our certain rules that we have.
They're not my. Can you just say? I don't mean to be. I'm not being a dick. They're not my beliefs, sir. It's a knowing that I've come to based on eternal truth. This truth is not going to change whether you understand.
Your heart.
It's a conviction. It's a conviction. The same thing the court will have to use to either convict me or not, because it rests in my heart and it cannot be changed by any other man's belief. A belief and a conviction are.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty.
Hey, that's pretty good harmony.
Sounded almost like God Save the Queen.
You hold it true to yourself.
Absolutely. I live by certain morals, logic, and ethics that I hold myself to at all times.
You have a belief.
At all times?
I have a knowing that the Constitution is codified based on universal law, that no man has the right to rule over any other man. That will always be a truth since the day we came here to the day we die, because it is illegitimate and it's based on coercion, duress, and force.
So you have a knowing.
I have a knowing. It is unchanging.
Isn't that a Nicolas Cage movie, The Knowing? Wasn't it shitty too?
It was, but
Yeah.
see, this guy thinks he knows so much off of Black's Law Dictionary. How much of the Patriot Act has he read?
Right.
Where your First Amendment rights are void where prohibited by law.
Yeah, and he's quoting all this federal law, but he doesn't realize that the state laws can supersede the federal laws in certain instances, and that's what the supervisor was trying to tell him. But he doesn't want to hear any of that because he's on his high horse and he doesn't want to get off it because he doesn't have
What
his ladder.
jurisdiction is this?
Where are they?
Bizarro World.
I'm not sure. Maybe they'll say it again.
I'm saying yes.
These cops are on Xanax.
Colorado.
Is it Colorado? I
These
think it's
cops are on
Colorado.
Xanax.
Yeah, Colorado.
Yeah.
Today as I am today as I will be tomorrow.
Okay, and I hope you
Yeah.
respect that. Obviously, we have a knowing and understanding.
You have a
what our
belief
judge-
system that you are adhering to, and it is not in line with truth, sir.
It may not be in line with your truth. but
No,
it's
the
in line
truth
with
is
ours.
unchanging. You have your perspective, I have my perspective.
Well,
by
that's
us,
just it. That's the difference.
by us
That's the
conversing, we come to one truth,
Absolutely.
and
Well,
that truth is unchanging.
We might not come to an agreement on the truth, but we will come to a truth.
The universe has one truth that we all must come to understand. If we don't, we will
Oh, now we're a physicist.
individually and together.
Physicist.
Sure. You've been more than pleasant to deal with on it, and I've dealt with many people that have the same understanding of things as you do and stuff like that. So let me talk to my officers and see what the plan is here and stuff. And I appreciate your
I
cooperation.
appreciate
with
you,
this.
sir. You've been cordial with me. You had a good rapport with me, and you
got
haven't
no
been
reason why.
forceful in any way.
I got no reason why. So thank you for your cooperation. Give me 1 second, my man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so let's go. We're not gonna.
And now he's going to go back to the squad car and say, release the
Yeah,
furry
even a
nipple.
judge, right? Like as someone.
Sure. Pleb.
Absolutely not.
Just the man.
He's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
All right, so what do you guys think happens from here?
Bang,
think-
bang on the head.
I think he releases the furry missile. I have a dream.
I think they get at the back of the car and they come to the conclusion that it's just not worth the paperwork and let the silly bastard go.
See.
Oh wait,
If he's this
hey,
bad for a
can we
summons,
do
how bad is
Repo
he gonna be
Man
for an
where they
arrest?
open the trunk of the car and the cops get blasted and there's nothing but the shoes left?
I hope he wouldn't put that on YouTube if that's the case.
Oh, it already is there.
Mr.
Dutch
Valdez.
has something to say. Go ahead, Dutch. Dutch.
I said if he was this bad for a ticket. I said if he was this bad for a ticket.
Press. Oh, never mind.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, even a judge, right? Like any man, once you take it out of the, a man has duties and responsibilities, right? So one of those duties and responsibilities would be acting as someone.
Sure.
Right? So a judge is acting as a judge, but he is a man first.
If you're employed in whatever you do,
He's the man first, and if it's a woman judge,
All right, so let's listen to what's being said here.
It's your special qualified employment. Would you
If
be
it's
referred
a
to your
woman
title of
judge, you're
employment? So
screwed
like
because
if you
it's
were a
all
DJ or something at
fees.
the club,
absolutely not.
So how do you
absolutely not? Because that is an ability to respond. That is a responsibility that I take on in order to generate currency in this realm. But who I am and what
This is what he takes it on to generate currency in this realm.
So that throws his argument right out of the window.
beyond a man, because the man is I'm only taking temporary possession of my physical body.
But how do you end up doing it? Like how would you classify your job title and stuff like that?
This guy's distracting. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. If you had a job title, like how would you classify yourself in a job title? To work, if you do you work? Okay, so you do work and you get U.S. currency and all that stuff like that, and you do have to pay taxes. And
I don't get into all that. I'm not going to get into all that.
Regardless
I don't want to
of
talk
that,
about
if you
that.
have a title, do you have to put a title? If you go to apply for a job, you have to adhere to that title.
Well, I mean that title, while I'm operating under that, what would be the word? So like that capacity. When I'm operating,
company, though.
Yeah, when I'm on their clock and I'm taking money from them back to commerce, right? If I'm employed on the roadways, then I'm classified as a driver. So you would refer to me as a driver. But if I'm not taking money to do a service, then I have no classification or title. Which
Well, that's why I asked you about it. Like if you were a DJ at a club and stuff, and you were taking money from.
I'm DJ. I'm DJ jerk off.
DJ,
on Friday night when I'm taking money and I'm in the club, but I'm still a man first, right? Like I'm acting as a DJ, just like we're all acting, in the world. Like Shakespeare said, all the world is a stage. We're all players upon it.
I understand.
Okay,
so you cover your VIN for the purposes of no identification and stuff like that, right?
Well, I just know the whole routine, and I know that there's always going to be some inroad into trying to build a case. And this vehicle is not stolen. This vehicle's not reported stolen. There's no reason to believe I'm not the owner of it. So I don't believe that anybody has the right to.
Well, but that's the thing. I mean, for us to not, the ignition's not punched. You cooperated. You pulled over. Those are uncharacteristics of somebody who's stolen a vehicle and stuff like that. But I mean, and I don't want to get into semantics for us, through our beliefs of what we have and stuff as far as operating a vehicle on a roadway, it has to be licensed, registered, stuff that you already know and stuff, what our beliefs are and what we practice and what we adhere to. Then has to be present, all that stuff that we have.
There also is officer discretion on all these things, because if I provide you with an understanding that, leads you to a deeper understanding on your end of what I'm out here doing, and I'm not causing any loss, injury, or harm, then
you've been more than cooperative with me, and that's why they called me over here and stuff so I could talk to you about this, because I'm also fascinated by all this stuff too.
And that's a good thing, man. It's great to see.
Well, I want to educate myself on it.
But that's the thing. You say it like it's common sense. I've dealt with a lot of officers, and they'll tell me, "Listen, I don't even care what the truth is," and they'll tell me,
"I don't care what your truth is." That's what it is. So this has happened to him before. And he does get arrested and all this. So he probably has quite a background in not driving with a license. I'm surprised they haven't. I wonder how many cars he's had towed and just like impounded. And
his license is probably suspended, is what it is.
Probably, yeah.
Well, why is it that he feels the need to, pay all these court costs and fines and maybe attorney's fees if he's not a fool, when he could be spending it on something a little more useful and would keep him out of trouble? Now, I don't want to put any subliminal message into his mind, but you know, maybe, just maybe, there's something he could put that money to better use on.
Yeah. Thank you, Kyle Bennett, for subbing.
Like an
Right?
education, maybe?
This cop isn't doing him any favors by not dispelling his incorrect assumption about the vehicle. Absolutely,
Gary, I agree with you.
I'm not liking the way this supervisor is handling this situation. He's handling them with like not even kid gloves. It's less than kid gloves. It's like he's treating it like he's interested in what he's doing. He wants to learn more. Like maybe he wants to get into the movement, which is like, well, then fucking retire from being a cop if this is what you want to do, right? Like,
Or maybe
because
you just give him a stroke job to keep him calm while the guy writes his ticket.
and maybe that might be it too. Good point. Let's see.
I've done it plenty of times.
You seem like a smart guy. Just do as you're told. I didn't even do that with my own parents. You know, I'm not going to do that with anybody in this realm. I do what the truth leads me to an understanding. Just like the mask thing. I would tell you, take that fucking mask off, man. You're going to make yourself sick with an upper respiratory infection. But these motherfuckers are going to get you sick to have you out here working a job. And we have to comply, because if not, we're going to lose our livelihood. This is where our country's at now. Giving out bad faith health advice. You know?
Well, yeah, I would love to have coffee with you.
I'm sure you would, because I know where a lot of you guys stand.
So,
you know, a lot of this shit's bullshit.
Here's the thing, sir. So what I have told my officer and such my officer is, you know, obviously you have your idea of what you're going to do and what you're focused on and stuff. And I said, well, you know, if he's not going to identify himself, then, you know, we're not going to issue him a summons or anything else like that. And he's been more than cordial with us stuff. I asked him to get the VIN at least off the vehicle so we could document the VIN on the vehicle. And that's all I asked him to do. But you have the VIN covered up. So that's why he was looking for the VIN. And that's all I was telling him to do. And he was just going to cut you out of here and get you out of here.
Okay.
So that's what he wanted to do. And if you're good with it, that's what I'd like him to do, is just grab the VIN so we can get you out of here and get you on your way. And if you'd like my business card, I'll give you my business card. And more than happy to do
Now,
that.
am I obligated to do that?
No, I'm asking you. That's all I'm asking you.
You're personally asking me.
I'm personally saying, if you're good with it, if you can do the VIN and get my officer out of here, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, and what's the reason for that? Just to make sure it's not a stolen vehicle.
That's all I want to do. And I don't believe, like I told you, you're being more than cooperative. You pulled over, which is not coming. And the fact
I'm telling you, he's been cooperative.
And I understand what you're
Still, now, typically, I just stick with, I don't comply with anything that I'm not obligated to. Because as a man, you're asking me to do you a favor to make sure this vehicle's not stolen, I will do so. However, as a man, if something comes to that after what you just told me, because you are going to cut me loose, you're not going to give me any summonses.
I'm not going to pull you out of a car. I'm not going to take you to Jefferson County Jail. I'm not going to do anything.
You're not going to give me any tickets or any summons?
No, we're not. We're just going to grab the VIN.
Okay.
What the fuck, guys?
Now this guy's going to be wanted for homicide, and when they go to take him out of the car, he's going to fight like an asshole.
You know, if it were me being stopped and I tried any of this crap, the cop would pull me through the sunroof, and my car has no sunroof.
Yes, I would.
No, they haven't run he's about to give them the VIN number, but they're not going to give him a ticket. They're not going to pull him out of his car. They're not going to arrest him. They're going to apparently let him drive away without a license and without proof of having a driver's license either.
Do you know what's going to happen to the next cop when they pull him over? How much worse they're going to get it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It almost makes like a dereliction of duty on the part of the coppers.
Yeah.
This
They
guy's a
should
whack-a-mole.
be just hammering you.
He pops his head out, you hit him. This is whack-a-mole.
That's fine.
Are you okay with my card?
Sure.
All right, I appreciate
And if you ever want to get together on personal time and have a conversation,
Oh,
I'm
hitting
more than
him up.
open and willing to do that. As a matter of fact, I
He's
look at
hitting
it
on the
as a
cop.
responsibility as an American to educate or to help, not even educate. I don't want to bring it to an ego thing, but to bring more understanding together to who and what we are doing here. You know, what our shared role in being Americans is.
Is it the concept for
Shared role.
about? Is it all fall under anything?
That was easy.
Or anything else like that?
That's
The
part
common
of,
British law?
again, this
Not
stuff
recognized.
gets very circuitous, and there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of
Sartuitous.
little things that you have to, little rabbit trails you have to go down. But part of this whole thing, right, stems from the birth certificate.
Wait, did you say
Where when there was,
secretary?
and we're going to go through this again, they're calling it the Great Reset now. We're going to have an economic collapse the same way they did the first time in
Right, Gary?
1917.
Seriously, he is a
Put
closet
everybody in
soft
masks.
shit.
Majority of the deaths, the NIH.gov has concluded. Fauci wrote a paper on it. Majority of the 100 million Spanish flu deaths came from wearing masks from secondary Great Depression.
So,
Bill Gates said in 2015 there's going to be an.
And do they confront you when you don't wear your mask or anything? Do they confront you when you don't wear your mask?
Yeah, they do.
So,
No, Fauci's going to break the window and yank you out of there.
It's all
Send the dog in.
Mark and Van Buren are linked to one kid watching, okay?
You have a good day, my friend.
It's no nothing, but that's fine because you don't need that.
Would you be willing to email me stuff?
Sure.
Can I put my email on there?
Absolutely.
And sometimes when you have a half an hour and nothing to do, what better way to pass your time?
Email. They're about to be email buddies.
I'd rather sit in the police
Email
car in the heat
buddies.
and pick my nose and talk to this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. I don't think I have my email.
And see, this is what we're out here doing, and I'm not.
That's right there, actually. Never mind.
This is a good officer, and I want to put this officer on camera. This is Ricky Valdez. They just pulled me over. No
Oh,
license.
don't do
no
that.
no
Now
nothing.
he's going to be suspended.
Hold on,
Ricky,
hold on.
thank you
Let's-
so
let's-
much for ruining the rest of our fucking lives when we pulled this guy over.
But that's fine because you don't need that to travel from point A to point B. And this man was willing to listen to me and understand what I was saying, and he could tell that I'm not up to no good out here, you know. And this is what the human experience is supposed to be about.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
You have a good day, my friend. You take care of yourself.
I appreciate you, Mr. Valdez.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
this ass has got a
Thank you.
kilo of Colombian Bam Bam in the trunk of his
That's
car.
how you do it, folks. That's how you do it right there. And I hope all you motherfuckers. Look, I can't get this window up now. I'm all nervous and shit. But I hope all you motherfuckers are watching. I hope you're all watching, okay? All you people who told me that go ahead and try that shit with the police and see what they do. Well, I just tried it. No license, no registration, no insurance, no nothing, okay? They told me many times that the first guy, we're going to arrest you, we're going to do whatever. No, whatever. Stick to it. Stick to your fucking truth. Supervisor came, he said, we're not doing anything. We're not going to summon you. We're not going to do anything. You seem to know what you're talking about, okay? Then he asked me as a man, can I see your VIN? Because I have it covered up. As a favor, can I see it? I normally don't do that. I said, you know what? You can read my VIN to make sure that my car is not stolen, okay? But I didn't even need to do that. He said, you're not even obligated to do that. But as a man, he gave me his word, and I showed it to him. So here we are. The cops are going to let me go right here on Colfax in Colorado. No license, no registration, no insurance, no nothing, because I don't need any of that to travel from point A to point B. The Supreme Court has ruled on it. So now I'm going to post this video.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at some of the comments in here.
Wait,
These are
no,
interesting.
first we gotta give a disclaimer. Do not believe his words. Do not do that.
Yeah.
That is stupid.
Absolutely.
When he pulls off,
It's all
accident and
bullshit.
kills other people, everybody goes to jail, including the cops.
All right, so we go. So Maggie K went on and said, OMG, what a lunatic. I agree. I'm going to go ahead and give that a like. Some dude, Satya Debbie, if you were black, they wouldn't have been so patient with you.
He was
maybe.
black?
No, if he were,
Oh.
they wouldn't have been so patient with you. David Clarence said, our parents were tricked into accepting the false all-cap certificate of birth that we've been using throughout our lives when we actually are impersonating a corporation fiction. Instead of functioning as who we truly are, we use the fictional ID instead of the diplomatic credential we are supposed to use as state nationals. So Edith the Lesson by David Clarence.
Hey, can you guys debunk this for me? I'm told they're using our birth certificates as currency because we have these people that will work for us, and so we're gonna borrow more money. That doesn't add up to me. Non sequitur. I'm sorry, but
No,
I've
the
never
secret-
heard of it, but it sounds like something they would do.
It's the secret squirrel accounts that they talk about all the time.
I wish I could access mine.
Don't we all?
That's where we go.
I
So,
forgot my password.
so LMR says we have the freedom to travel by walking or otherwise moving our bodies. We don't have a right to drive, operate behind the wheel of any type of motorized mode of transportation without a license.
Right on.
So someone
oh
decided
wait, no, wrong.
Someone-
Look, please look in private chat. I sent you that video. I don't know, an hour ago or so, about a teenager that was driving his farm tractor off the road, and the cops got so mad at him for their DUI checkpoint that they didn't explain was a DUI checkpoint. And he's like, wait, no, this is a tractor. I have to shut it down properly. And they ripped him out and roughed him up and bashed the tractor. And this is not right. And the problem was, it was the cops that weren't familiar with farm equipment. Because any rural cop would have known the guy's got to shut it down before he can get out. He's saying I'm shutting it down properly, and they ripped him out and bashed him up.
Okay. Um. All right. So that's what LMR said. And then Brian Campbell replied, "Why we didn't need a license to ride a horse or control a horse and buggy."
But you can be
Okay.
arrested for DWI while bugging while DWI too.
Yeah. Then Brian, so Elmar responded, Brian Campbell, we have the right to travel, move around the various states without being charged a tax or toll just for crossing into a different state. You will find absolutely nothing that expressly states that we have a right to be in control of a non-farm motorized vehicle. Okay, and then that's the point. The state doesn't grant me my rights; they are inherent. You, Brian Campbell's an idiot.
Wait, no, you totally brushed me off there. This teenager,
I
he's
know, but I understand what you're saying, but
But we're
it's
not
not
talking
really
about
relevant. It's not
right
relevant to
now.
what we're talking about right now. Is
It
why.
is. You were talking about sovereign citizens having the right to drive.
Well,
And
we're just
this
That
going through
has
the
nothing
comments
to
right now.
do with a tractor and a DWI.
Yeah, we're
No,
simply
he didn't get a DWI. This
Oh my
was a
God.
sober teenager, not even on the road. And it was a
I know,
DUI checkpoint. But
but it's
he,
not. But it's not. Look, no money, no name. Look, it's not what we're going through the comments of this video right now, and the video that you
okay,
brought up is going to take us down a rabbit hole, and we're not trying to go down a rabbit hole. We're trying to stick with what we're talking about. Okay.
okay, thank you for explaining.
Okay. So then Elmar said, you don't inherently have the right to operate a 2 to 3 ton vehicle upon the public roads. I'm going to go ahead and give that a like because, goddamn, that's very true. And Bracken would say, for instance, you get into a really bad accident that wasn't your fault. The other drivers who was at fault has no license plate or driver's license and can't be tracked down. So they or their insurance can pay for your extensive injuries that take 6+ months to heal. Then there's no way to accurately confirm who the owner of the vehicle is or who the driver was. Is that the
That's what I
system you
said.
are in favor of? And then Brian Campbell says, that in which is created by the public is for use by the public. The government didn't give us cars, true. As a society, we created cars for ourselves, and then the government stepped in and says, sorry, you can't use those without my permission. That's not the government's role. So, yes, I do inherently have the right. The government is for educating and protecting its citizens, not regulating.
Yeah, but do
While
you think that those asphalt and concrete roads just kind of like hatched out of nowhere? That some guy said, "Hey, this would be great for people to drive on." That's not something made by the public.
right, and so then he also says, while identification of a vehicle is generally a good thing, that doesn't explain why I have to pay annually for that identification. The best version of a government is one that always errs on the side of liberty. So that's what he said. And then Elmar said, anyway, you see what they're going on. They're basically having a little conversation. So hold on, let me.
Yeah, while you're looking for the next thing, I just wanted to say I got to take off because it's daytime. That means it's nighttime for me. So I'm gonna go do what I'm gonna celebrate National Unconscious Day. I'm gonna knock
All right,
myself on.
Rolando, take care.
Later.
No.
Say, Rolando.
Bye, everybody. It's been great.
So Lasserman says this guy hit every point in the soft set bingo card. Absolutely stupid. Simply refuses to listen what the officer says. No, you didn't win anything. The cop decided not to push the issue to his detriment. Yeah, you need a license to operate a motor vehicle on the state's road and streets. This is a requirement of the law and it's in the state's vehicle code. No, you don't argue law with the cop on the street. It almost never works. Yes, you are in violation of the law and you have to turn over your required documents to the officer. if you're stopped on the street in a motor vehicle. No, the Supreme Court has never said that states cannot require driver's license and any other document the state might require. And it doesn't matter what the purpose of operating the motor vehicle is, you still need a DL. Unfortunately, the cop didn't push the issue. Too bad. You understand that you could have been ticketed or maybe arrested and your car could have been impounded. This comment, courtesy of AAA, Anti Auditors Anonymous. I like that. Give that a like
That's
too.
awesome.
And the guy, now this is the guy's channel. It's Paul Enslaved. He responds, the mind control is heavy. Thanks for the fear based, egocentric lecture with no new information or informed opinion, Dad. Yeah, they just did me a favor. Yeah, they really did just do you a favor.
So your father's been saying the same thing for the last 20 years and you still can't get through your head?
Right? So anyway, so that's basically those are pretty much what the comments are pretty much saying. So Lavender, as former police, your critique of the officers in this video.
Oh, I already told you that that went on way too long. Nothing was said. The cop did not stick to the laws that he is entrusted to enforce. And they let this guy go without knowing who he is, any information on the vehicle, nothing, with an invalid argument on why he's in that vehicle and on that road.
Mm-hmm.
If
Absolutely.
I were their supervisor, they'd
Oh, they'd be
both be
bust-
suspended.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
The car would be towed, the driver would be collared. I'd want fingerprints. I want to know exactly who he is, what he's got in that short form for the car. I'd be so far up the guy's ass. Next time he gets in, I'm going to be pulling me out.
We'd see how much conviction he had in his heart when he stayed in holding, booked as John Doe for a
Well,
month.
can I circle back and ask if the cop did the thing he's supposed to do where he touches the tail lights to put his DNA on the car? Right?
Fingerprint.
We didn't see that
Yeah,
part.
we don't know. We don't know if he did that or not.
But he should have. I'm a firm believer in them touching your tail light and leaving the DNA there.
Let's say he did, so. Let's say he did touch the light. What was that prove?
No, it's just a safety protocol they should follow to keep them safe. Well, not really keep them safe, but make it so we can prosecute. I'm sorry.
Kit, that's a very good point. One of the comments actually thought that this was a setup, but the guy said you can clearly see the police car in the background. You can, but to be fair, you can get a police uniform, a pretty believable one, anywhere. Probably at a Goodwill.
Or
So
a
I mean,
UPS or a FedEx.
so it is possible. It is possible that this was set up. Possible, but you know what? Even if let's just say for shits and giggles it wasn't. You know, this is a one-time thing. I mean, obviously he's done this before by his own admission. Well, not his admission, but his lack of admission of other court cases that he's done, and it hasn't gone the same way for him. This is something that doesn't happen very often, and apparently it does happen. Unfortunately, I believe the cops should be. Yeah, they should be investigated. I think a lot of their shit should be investigated to see if they're kind of letting other shit slide that they shouldn't let slide.
Yep.
It's dangerous.
I feel bad that I went shopping without one of my men, my teenage son or my husband, a day or two ago. But I'm so used to having one of them around with their heads up, and there's two of us.
Okay, no name. That's really irrelevant to what we're talking about right now. And
no, it isn't. No, it isn't. We're all trying to be safe.
Okay. All right. So, Gary, what about you, sir? How do you think the cops did? Do you think it was a setup? Do you think they won? Your thoughts, sir?
Well, okay. First off, I was thinking shift change was coming up, and they didn't want to deal with the paperwork and crap.
Good point, guy.
And then I I hadn't really thought about the setup until I realized that he never asked for name and badge numbers.
He didn't.
Good point.
No, you're right. He
Yeah,
didn't.
that's usually, with the soft shit, that's the first thing out of their mouth.
Yep.
Good point. So, do you think
That's
it
all
was
I got.
was it a victory for this soft sitting moron?
If it was for real, well, you'd have to give it to him as a victory. I mean, he didn't.
I mean, right?
He's
You
still
would.
driving around.
You would. I mean, unfortunately, you're right. It's a victory. It's sad. Do you think the
Unwarranted
cop?
victory.
Do you agree with Lav that the police should be suspended and investigated for this shit?
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely, I think so too. Gregory, what do you think?
Yep.
Being a
Definitely
foreigner,
dereliction of duty. As to a setup, I mean, after watching Jeremy DeWitt, I mean, who knows? But, definitely dereliction of duty. And there should be repercussions for the coppers.
Dutch?
Definitely an IAB investigation. I don't think they'd be suspended, but they should be monitored very closely. I would have handled it a different way. My partner would tell you that cost I would have been over like that. I asked you for your license 3 times. You don't give it to me by the 3rd time, I'm breaking. The last question I asked you is, do you have glass insurance? And I'm breaking your window while I'm doing it. You're getting out of that car and you're coming with me either way. But then again, I worked in some really bad neighborhoods. I worked in East New York. We had the city led in homicides like 10 years in a row. So
Good point, Gary. It's not so much a victory as it is a travesty. Absolutely.
yeah, Gary, I agree. With
you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
No name? What do you think?
Oh God, yes. Try living right outside of Detroit for over 50 years now. Yes, they break down pedestrian bridges for the kids to get to the school. So the kids are running across the Southfield Freeway, 4 lanes each way. Yes,
No.
awesome.
I'm asking about the video. Did you think that the soft sit won? Did you think that the cops should be investigated? We're talking about the
I'm
video.
sorry. As soon as I found out he was driving around without a plate, I tuned out. You have to have a plate to drive around. I'm sorry. That is just the rules. I'm sorry. We get our first and fourth and third and second and fifth amendment, all of them. But when you need a plate to drive your car, or they're going to look at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. That is just the biggest red flag in the world is to drive around a car with either an expired tag or a plate. Ooh, and do I get to tell the story about the entitled guy that told me I should collate, copy, and staple for him because his brother was a supervisor?
Mm.
Oh, and yeah,
Actually, we'll have to get into that another time because I kind of want to get into another video. I don't really have a whole lot of time today, but maybe next time. But yeah, let's do one more video before I go. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just
that
don't have
was
a whole lot of.
fun one about driving. It was directly related. This kid is allowed as a teen to drive the tractor. It is a farm equipment. He does not need a license.
All right. Let's see. Any suggestions for a video, guys? You guys want to see?
He's afraid to look at mine. No, it's not porn. It's rebel news. It's not that bad.
No, I know it's not that. It's just it's not it doesn't have to do with like First Amendment auditors or soft sits. I get what you're saying.
I'm not actually going to show the outline of what that ship did before it went sideways in the Suez Canal. It really made a dick. Look it up. The ship that got stuck made a dick. I'm sorry. Am I allowed to say that word? Richard Nixon. Tricky Dicky. That's how we got the word, right?
You can't say dick, cock, junk, penis. Can't say any of that.
One of them.
No. No. And that
Ah, that
means,
was funny.
Thanks, Dutch.
okay, well, that means all of your parts are erased now. I'm sorry. Are you just gonna be a Barbie doll?
Accountability Angel had a new video out.
Oh, let's watch one of her videos.
Yeah.
The fuck she doing?
And Furry attacking another synagogue.
I
What?
saw that. What is he, anti-Semitic?
I think
You
so.
would think, right?
Wait, no.
And
She
pepper
is,
sprayed one of them.
she is anti being on the sidewalk and having the Semitics come out and pepper spray her. And I'm not sure what pronoun do I use. I get so confused nowadays.
No
Do I
name. If
just
he can't respect religion, you don't need to respect his pronoun.
wait? No. Wait. No. Do I self-identify as an engineer? I have no junk.
All right, so we're gonna get off that, and we're gonna go into this video.
Oh no, it's the same thing. I'm
Night
sorry.
transmission, Kenny. Transition.
This is we're going to this is Accountability Angel, and apparently it's Meet the Chief compliance check. All right, so it looks like she is at, I don't know where she's at. We'll
Some
see.
police department.
Some police department.
Yeah, it's not Mendota, Illinois Police Department.
Illinois.
I can mute. I'm
Mendota,
sorry, B.
Illinois.
Simpson, if you're mad.
We're here to do a complaint compliance check. Hello. And also to
What time Wednesday,
tell me
sweet?
what I was doing.
It's always a problem when they don't go in the
That's
front
a
door,
First
right? They
Amendment
don't go
audit.
side of the back.
I guess this
Yeah.
is the police door. Looks like it's connected to like that city building. Actually, police personnel only, it says, so it's not the door I go in.
No.
See, she can read.
She can.
This town's
Try
about
the
2
front door,
miles north
bitch.
of me. I'm not sure why I haven't hit here yet. It's not allowed out here, though.
Sweet, what time are you doing your next panel? I wouldn't mind stopping by, but I don't know what time you do your panel.
It's a pretty small department. They only have like, I don't know, 8,000 people in this town. Several little tiny towns around it. I think we're going to try and go in the front door. See how they feel when I ask about complaints and everything.
Damn, I was hoping she'd try that
Hopefully they
door.
respond well. That's what we're aiming for.
No,
Well,
you're
if you
aiming
put-
for these guys to overreact, is what you're aiming for.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's doing.
Better left unread than dead. That's true. Oh, look at all that. They really want you to wear a mask.
Oh, okay, thanks, sweet. I'll try and stop by. Mountain time. That's that Texas time?
No, Texas Central.
So what's mountain time?
No, Colorado, Montana,
So it's out.
Idaho.
Oh, so 2 hour difference or 1 hour difference?
That's 1 hour difference from you and me.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Gary.
You're more than welcome, Kenny.
Thanks. Take care. We need to contact us in the morning. Gary, sorry.
No, thank you, Lab.
How are you, Steve? Good. Yes, man.
think it sounds like that's the mayor and the chief.
Oh, sweet Colorado. Then that means you're in the red that same where that Sausage got away with
Yep.
those cops. That's Colorado.
That's what I was thinking
That's
when you said it.
your law enforcement.
Come on, say it. Blue Line Gang. Come on, say it. The flag's there. Say it.
Thank you, Lavender.
Pick up the red phone. What's in here? I think there's a meeting going on.
So
You're
let's go
not
bother
invited
it.
to.
Oh God, you really gonna try and just walk in?
Hi.
Hello.
Is there a meeting going on?
Nope, not yet.
Oh. You work for the police department?
No.
Oh, okay.
That is a sweet looking flag, though.
It is. I like those colors.
That is fucking nice. It kind of looks like it has that rugged look to it, you know, like it just really looks. I kind of wish it was kind of. Well, I think would make it look cooler if it was kind of tattered at the ends, you know, like beaten up a little bit, worn. Yeah,
Looks
like
a bit like
worn
a
or
battlefront.
burnt. That would look really cool.
Your gang patches over there are really strange.
They're not sure when. I mean, I saw the chief go in there.
Yeah, he's working.
I think I'm gonna knock on the door.
Oh, that says private. Yeah, go on.
This bitch.
So I picked up the red phone before and it calls like 911, I think, or something.
Well, we'll get on Joe to get over there quick, sweet. We'll make his ass move over there.
Surely
No
we
worries.
can get a complaint form at 5 p.m., right?
Oh.
What's up, Bex?
That's not the chief's store. You said you're going to knock on the chief's door.
Here's somebody
Play copyrighted music.
She's going for the phone.
Right. Chief of Mendota did not answer. We're going to use his bat phone
The
again.
bat phone. I love it. Love it.
911, how can I help you?
Oh, that's awesome.
Hi, I'm at the Mendota police station. The doors aren't locked, but like
I'm at the Mendota police station. The phone is here, so I think I know where you're calling from, ma'am. Really?
I can't find anybody that works here, so I need.
What do you need?
Oh, well, I need to talk to somebody about filing a complaint and what my options are. I didn't want to give my name.
Well, then go away.
All right, thank you.
So when they pull an officer or patrol and dispatch him back to the
Because
station,
nobody's there. Well, I just saw the chief of police go into
He
his
should be
room and
followed.
not answer when I knocked, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's busy.
Are you sure you want to talk to Batman, Gary? This is Accountability Angel.
I don't know what they're ready for. There's got to have like a city.
the one who broke the federal trespass rules in the mail place in the postal office,
Yep.
That's her.
the one who can't read.
Yep.
Okay.
But as Lavender pointed out earlier in this video, she can read.
Yeah. Can.
As usual.
Of course you can.
I wonder if they let me in there.
No.
I mean, I guess I could not.
Gender neutral.
No, they're in Illinois.
Ooh. Throw around, quick.
The guy in the chest, the owner.
I don't really want to go in there in case they try to claim that I was nowhere to be found. Let me come here.
You mean you not being there?
Shoot. Well, I might. Okay, they said it was committee meeting.
All right, everybody got a look.
Right, Nightwing. I'd rather be Nightwing than Batman. Nightwing's a shit.
Deadpool
would be cool too, but I'd be afraid Deadpool would just go crazy and try and kill me.
Yeah, but if you Deadpool, you come back to life. So.
Yeah. Maybe we can send Deadpool to go audit the auditor. That would be great.
That'd be fantastic.
Hey, Kick.
Hey, keeping it criminal.
Kick, what's up?
Prioritized.
What my options are.
What?
Hello there, I'm Chief Cullen, the police. How
All
are you?
right, not bad.
Good. Assistance?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what my options are when I'm trying to file a complaint on one of your officers, and I also need 5 FOIA requests for it.
Okay, well, let me do the easy one first. Just a seat. I'll get you the FOIA request forms.
Awesome.
They all have an issue when they get told to take it, have a seat. Would you please have a seat? They're always like, I'm not a dog.
I'm not a
gonna
dog.
sit.
I don't
It's like, do you say that when you're at the doctor's office and they tell you, oh, can you please have a seat and wait for the doctor? Do you say, I'm not a dog? Stand out of spite? Of course
Would
not.
you feel better? I say, hey, do you need help, ma'am? Go fuck yourself. Would you rather say that?
Right? Next time they don't want you to stand right there. That way they sit down. That way you get them to do what you want them to do anyway. It's reverse psychology on the bastards.
Door in that meeting because I wanted to be able to see him coming out.
She's tactfully positioning herself.
Yep.
Out here they have a sweet corn festival.
Lavender,
Where I'm
can
from, we
you
have Corn Fest.
post the link for the Jarheads
that one.
GoFundMe, please?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't know where Cat is. Cat's all gone and shit.
Did she call in sick?
Nope, didn't even call and just didn't show up.
I believe this new chief took over the last few years.
All right, here's the Mendota Police Department FOIA form. You only have to fill out where it says signature and above. Takes very little time. I gave you some extra in case you have additional requests.
Awesome, and I can do that anonymously, correct?
Sure. Now, you wish to sign or make a complaint against an officer?
I would like to know what my options are if I choose to pursue a complaint against a Mendota officer.
Okay, here's what I'd like to ask you to do, if I may. There's an emergency city council meeting tonight, and none of my command staff are currently on. If you would be willing to come back anytime after 7 a.m. tomorrow through Friday, one of my command staff or myself would be happy to sit down and discuss it with you. Is it a matter of an emergency that needs to be addressed?
No, at this point, I just wanted to figure out my options.
Well, your option is we absolutely take any type of complaints against the department seriously, but if it's urgent, I can forego the council meeting.
No, it's not that urgent. I just wanted to know which ways I could go about doing it.
Otherwise, if you'll come in tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock or after, I'd be happy to sit down with you, or one of my command staff will.
Awesome.
Right now, we don't have a command officer on afternoons at this time. But if you need to talk to me, I'll be more than happy to talk to you.
Do you guys offer just paper complaint forms and/or?
Does she not understand what the fuck is going on here?
Never.
Jesus.
Online ones?
We don't have any online complaint forms, but in terms of giving a statement, we most certainly give these forms.
Okay, great. And do I have to sign it, or can I do it anonymously? Like
You
I
can
know,
do
like
it anonymously. The only thing about that is we would need to follow up and contact you to investigate.
yeah. But say I give you just an email to contact me at, and nothing else, that would be okay.
Sure. As
Like
long
it'd be
as-
anonymous, but just give you the email as a contact info, pretty much.
That would be fine, but we would need to meet with you in person at a later time so that we could go over the details of the complaint.
Okay, and that would be in a private setting, or like say right out here when numerous officers are behind me, type deal.
Oh no, we would do it in a private setting.
Perfect, awesome. That sounds good. Well, I will definitely think about that and keep my options open. And I thank you so much for your time.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Nope, I think you got it.
All right, have a
All
good
right,
night.
thank you so much.
All right, so there you go. What'd you guys think?
She's a complete idiot.
Yeah, she really, really is. She kind of sounds like Lavender Mexican.
Yeah, I was in the middle of typing back to you, Alex. That was mean.
How dare he?
That's right. Where did everybody go?
I don't know. Dutch. I let Dutch back on, and he left as soon as I clicked him in, and now he's gone. So I don't know what's going on with Dutch. Oh, there he is. All right. So, Gary, what'd you think, sir?
I think she went there hoping to get in trouble or start a ruckus of some sort. That her cover story was, all this bullshit paperwork that she was asking about. She didn't care about any of that. She probably doesn't even have a complaint to make out.
If she had a complaint, there'd be a video on it.
Yeah. Now, like I say, that was just her cover. She was really, well, she does what she does when she goes anywhere, trying to cause trouble.
Yeah, see that's we've learned this is kind of her MO when she goes to places. And Somo's is he asks for a stamp. Hers is she wants to know about the complaint process, which I think is important because I think it is important that they make it as easy as possible for the complaint forms. I do get that, but this video was fine, even though he stopped. He gave her all the information she needed. This department did great on that. The Chicago she did, we saw the other day. I thought they did a good job too. She was just trying to push the issue and be a bitch about it. She was trying to look for content that day. She wasn't really looking for it and trying to push the issue today because everyone was super polite. They were polite at Chicago too, but she just didn't get the answers that she wanted. Right? She comes in saying, "I want information on how to do this." They're like, "Okay, well, we'll take your complaint right here." And she all of a sudden is like, "Whoa, I don't want to do it in front of people," when she didn't really have a complaint to give anyway. It's just ridiculous. Dutch, what do you think, sir?
I fucking just hate her. Anything I say is biased. She is the most annoying bitch I know. I would like to see her arrested for wasting our time, but we'll see what happens.
We lost someone. Oh, who did we lose? Oh, we lost Gregory. He left. Okay.
Yeah.
So there we go. Just amazing, just the different videos we saw today. We saw the Solvsit win. I guess you could call it a win. I mean, be hard pressed to not call it a win. We saw Accountability Angel do what she normally does. And what else did we see? We saw
we take a look at the 5150 arrest video. So just overall.
Hey, Greg.
Hi, internet connection problems.
Me too.
All right, so I just want to thank everyone. Can we I hear myself in the background.
Greg.
That's Greg.
Greg.
Again,
Close your YouTube.
Greg.
Didn't mean to scare you.
No, actually, for once, it's not me.
It's not? Who is it?
No.
Is it you, Dutch? Oh, it was
Nope.
Dutch. It
Nope,
wasn't
not
Dutch?
me.
Well, whoever it was, they took care of it. All right, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Lavender, you got anything last minute, ma'am?
Thanks for having me up. Thank you, everybody, for your support. If you haven't already, please sub to Kenny, myself, and Dutch. Dutch is awesome. Kenny's awesome. Swedish Sugar's having a show Wednesday at 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Central, that would be 11. So, thank y'all for coming.
Do we know Sugar's channel link?
I put it in chat, but I'll do it again.
No, that's okay. I can find it from there. Thank you, Lav.
Gary, you got anything last minute, sir?
No, the videos were interesting. But no, just thanks for having me up, man.
Dutch? I'm sorry, Gregory?
Yeah, thanks for having us up. Enjoy it as usual. And yeah, it's cool. Thank you.
Dutch.
Kenny, you know how I feel about you. I love you. But I have a question for everybody. Does anybody who knows who the fuck Eyes On is?
Yeah, Eyes On's cool. He's a good dude.
I've been getting text messages from him like I align myself with Kate and her hive of hate. And they're not threatening. I put Glenn's Dick Facebook page. But he's very condescending. I mean, I really don't want to go after this guy unless I have to. I mean, Kenny, you're vouching for him?
He's a good dude. He speaks his mind, but he's respectful about it. I mean, he's adamant about what he feels. But he's been on the live stream before, not on panel, but he's been in there. He comments. He doesn't like auditors that much, but I think here's the thing: there's a lot of people that do not like auditors. They have this opinion about Kate, and they're vocal about it.
Well, you got my number. You can either pass it on to him so you can call me so I can have a conversation with him because this texting thing back and forth doesn't work,
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Mm-hmm. I just want to thank everyone for joining. Thank you, Retired Colonel. Thanks, Bex, Michael Bowman, Lav, of course, Richard, Becky, Bex, Lee, Monty, Shane. Everyone, thanks, guys. It's been a whole lot of fun. I hope you all have a rest of your weekend. Oh, no, it's Monday. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday. And I hope you guys all have. Yeah, because I gotta work later. All right, guys. Please make sure you subscribe to Lavender, Dutch, myself, and Wednesday. Hope to see you over on Sweetie Sugar's channel, and we'll have a nice little live stream. I probably will have a video for you guys tomorrow. Not today. All right, guys. Hope you all have a good one. Peace.
Later.
Bye.
I can't believe you two took that raving lunatic seriously. What do you think this is?